What's going on, Chico?
Oh man, it's the chronic. You don't need to worry about it.
Killing these niggas might catch me a felony. I put a leaf in the leaf and you smelling it. And she a freak in the sheets on that bag and shit. Gave her the good and forever she treasure it. Don't need a scale, pull it out and she measure it. Using her tongue and her mouth for the pleasure. And nigga was down, that shit was terrible. Look at me now like I'm Busta, I'm lyrical. Leaving a spell on the bitches memorable. I knew this come up what happened a year ago. Ain't no more laughing, I find it hysterical. Guess that I reached in my bag for a miracle. When you that nigga, you know cause they stare at you. Bitches get jealous and niggas get scared of you. Haters assuming don't know they can learn from me. Car going boom like I don't keep a gun on me. Baddie, she Asian, my coupe is from Germany. Asked if I'm blessed and I'm telling them certainly. They love to test me, they won't get a word from me. I come address it like this shit a burglary. Saying my name, I might take that shit personally. Nobody's perfect, but do my shit perfectly. I get the bad niggas, know that I got it. I say where your bad niggas saying they had it. I see all these faces and they can keep watching. They see that I ran up and checking some baddies. They see my chicks floating and flying Aladdin. A D1QB with the weak as I'm passing the blunt to my bitch, but no camera, she flashing me. She want a movie, so let's make a masterpiece. Yeah. I've had Italian, Puerto Rican, white, black, Spanish, Asian twice. Bad bitch from Barbados, nice. Shit get spicy in my life. Italian, Puerto Rican, white, black, Spanish, Asian twice. Bad bitch from Barbados, nice. Shit get spicy in my life. Run up and be unsuccessful like Hillary. Say what I do, what I want, and deliberately. She rubbing on me intentionally. She make it stand to attention like Statue of Liberty. Too many chances and death, seen it vividly. Watch for these bitches, they'll set you up willingly. Thankful for God, he ain't let them get rid of me. Now I relax and that money come instantly. Bitch kill my uncle, autopsy, say 20 plus shots in the car. Only holes in the inside, not outside. Of by his own niggas. He grew in the south, took the police 2 days to find a vacant house. So me and his son, you know, family, we vowed that whoever it is, karma coming around. He got booked at 16 and just now getting out, but he told me to call her. Some niggas get loud. If I call him, I'm leaving, cause she gon' get wild. And he don't miss, he shoot up the spot with a smile. Miss a target, he won't catch your ass in the crowd. We don't care about talk, cause we bonding them out. I can tell him chill out and don't do it. It's worked for me twice, but the third time it's not working. Now watch your back as he creeping in silence. He lurking, fuck up your life purpose, he purging, no doubt. Running from the Jakes in the S5, baddie tryna fuck. Gotta wait on this test drive, and I gotta wait with your base. She on standby, said you getting cake, and she say you a damn lie. I can hear the V and the A when I redline. I can make a band, couple K's up in real time. Your bitch is a fan from LA, she on drill time. Nigga wear a magnet, cause I pull a nigga bitch like Italian, Puerto Rican, white, black, Spanish, Asian twice. Bad bitch from Barbados, nice. Shit get spicy in my life. I had Italian, Puerto Rican, white, black, Spanish, Asian twice. Bad bitch from Barbados, nice. Shit get spicy in my life. Guess I'm the villain. These niggas hate him, but I got him right where I want him. I tried to help, but now it's fuck him. I'm chasing this bat, had to start from the bottom. You in the way, you ain't stopping this train. Get the fuck out the way, hurry up or we squash it. Hate when the bitch try to tame me, but I got no heart, so this money I'm staying on top of. I can be slipping, you basically falling, so I keep my balance, I stay on my feet. Brody was slipping, I looked at the cost, he can't pay up no money, his life is a fee. Watch how you move, I don't care if you famous, whatever you post, know they watching your feed. Stay off the gram, I'm not posting my whereabouts, niggas is jealous, I'm blind, making see. Fuck up your life, it's their mission for every nigga. We got ammunition, how you faking round, but you know it's tension, acting like a clown. I don't recommend it, I can hold my weight, it ain't never been in this a different class. Look at how I'm living in a condo. I came from the trenches, you can have the hoe. I got plenty bitches, yeah, look what I pay. Nigga, I'm paying your mortgage, nigga, that's only a portion, yeah. Looking at copping that Audi, the foreign got too many choices, yeah. Nigga, I'm dripping, no gun, a new car, I got too many horses, yeah. Brody been learning a lot, now my nigga a fan of them Porsches, yeah. Coming in deep in the spot, we got dogs, we got apes and gorillas, yeah. Stuff in my pocket, they can't even fit how I'm stacking my chips up, yeah. I'm with the gang and I'm whipping the phone, it's a night to remember, yeah. Working my way to the top every year, I'm a side a new dealer. Tony Montana, life is a movie, I make it look easy, I really be winning. Tony Montana, niggas is mad that I'm up, so they hate me and call me the villain. Tony Montana, don't give a fuck about you, cause you are not my family, you tripping. Tony Montana, just know that me and the gang running up the back, passing the ceiling. Tony Montana, life is a movie, I make it look easy, I really be winning. Tony Montana, niggas is mad that I'm committed a crime, but I'm defying physics. Apparently I'm breaking the law. I'm in the phone with a foreign, she giving me mop. After this bitch, I'm breaking you off. Yes, I'm in love with the money, I'm stuck in this curse. I'm not talking princess and the frog, you killing me smalls. Turn over sizes, but I turn the ball. Too many texts, so we taking you off. My niggas pissed, don't get hit by the paw. Talking this shit, got him hitting his straw. She wanna go hard, I'm not fucking her raw. She always on go, it ain't never a pause. Blame everybody, but she was the cause. I cross over left and I'm shaking them off. Walk in the crib with my stick out, time is in essence, so nigga, I'm taking the rich route. Look like I wanna, I don't. I know she be lying, it's one of them hoes with a slick mouth. Read what you sow, I hope you know karma is coming. I guess it's my time for my lick now. Used to be me, but I switch it up, now the pressure on you because karma my bitch now. Tony Montana, life is a movie, I make it look easy, I really be winning. Tony Montana, niggas is mad that I'm up, so they hate me and call me the villain. Tony Montana, don't give a fuck about you cause you are not my family, you tripping. Tony Montana, just know that me and the gang running up the back, passing the ceiling. Tony Montana, life is a movie, I make it look easy, I really be winning. Tony Montana, niggas is mad that I'm up, so they hate me and call me the villain. Tony Montana, don't give a fuck about you cause you are not my family, you tripping. Tony Montana, just know that me and the gang running up the back, passing the ceiling.
Oh, hell no!
Damn!
Oh, hell no!
You stupid. I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Boy, if you don't get your chicken-eating, watermelon-munching, corn-chip-smelling black hole, looking Kool-Aid, drinking, eat-the-bone-cracking afro, having cotton-picking Jordan 4s wearing thug life, having Call of Duty playing anime, watching basketball bouncing line up, having ass-up, goofy-ass monkey.
Oh, my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man, what the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
Find every one of his social media accounts and ban him from literally everything that ever existed. If there's a platform that he's on and I'm not on it, I'm going to create an account, make him follow me just so I can ban him on there.
What?
Get this dude out of here.
Rats are absolutely going to hate this announcement. But the rats don't run this city. We do.
This is not Ratatouille. Rats are not our friends.
Oh, my God!
You're laughing. I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. You think it's a game? Get fired on these bitches one time.
Thank you for your patronage.
Smoke weed every day.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, one, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. My bad, y'all. I had my mic off. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. How about now? We good, we good. I appreciate everybody for letting me know something. Appreciate y'all for letting me know. Earz to the streets back in y'all area. Was y'all able to hear all of my, was y'all able to hear all the bells and whistles? Just to make sure we in the area. Make sure we in the area. Yeah. So sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Welcome back to the show. Earz to the Street, Wick Made 912. Now I see some of y'all in the area. Y'all, I see a couple of comments talking about my sweater. Y'all don't like my sweater? Hold on, let me know something. Now let me know something. Do I need to switch outfits? I'm saying y'all ain't fucking with my sweater. Somebody let me know something. Y'all ain't fucking with my sweater. I thought we was still in the holiday spirit. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, just getting me a gingerbread sweater, I thought I would fly. I thought I was still coordinating. And y'all out there hating on a brother. It's all good. But welcome back to the show. Hey, man, I just felt like, I thought I should just dress a little nicer. You know what I'm saying? It's wintertime. Thought I should get a little bit more sharp on y'all. But it's okay, I'll come out with a different outfit tomorrow. I just was still in the holiday spirit. So, salute to all y'all for pulling up. It is to the street. Wick made 912. Y'all see I got my avatar with his mouth back moving and everything. I was finding some kind of way his mouth wasn't moving like it used to be. So I done got him back right. So salute to my chat, man. Salute to the mods. Salute to all the members. Excuse me. I just had dinner, y'all. I had dinner. I took me a little break, and I wanted to make sure I was on time tonight, man. Like I say, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. So tonight's discussion, y'all. Now, I understand that I do have an audience that don't know all about hip-hop and all of this stuff because hip-hop has went into a dark direction. So, I understand that, everybody doesn't understand what's going on in the hip-hop era. So I am going to break that down for you. What's good, Hip Hop Business Daily? I'm just going to break down a little bit of what's going on in our society. So most of you guys are familiar with the old rap group, the Hot Boys. The Hot Boys, it used to be a group. They're from New Orleans. Juvenile, a lot of y'all was back in 1999, 98, was backing that ass up. So all of y'all know who Juvenile is. Back that ass up. Girl, you look good. Won't you back that ass up? Yeah. A lot of y'all was backing that ass up back in 1998, 99. And you was, right? Yeah, you was. So, say not you, chocolate lady, you safe. And then, you got Lil Wayne. I think Lil Wayne was maybe the most popular one out of the group. Lil Wayne is still doing his thing. Right now he looking like a swollen chipmunk. So, everybody ain't noticing Lil Wayne like they used to. But he's still great in his own right. Then you had Hot Boy Turk. Hot Boy Turk right now is a YouTuber. I frequently visit his channel and everything. Hot Boy Turk did about 13 years in prison. He came home and he's been working on his craft. He's left all the gang banging talk, and I mean not the gang banging. He left all the real street talking stuff alone. He's just doing this civilian thing. Respect the Turk, but see, Turk don't be in the mess no more. So when you don't be in the mess, you don't get the numbers that you should. I go check out Turk live about a week ago. He might have like 20 people in the chat. Now this is a person that did amazing things with the rap group, the Hot
became
Boys.
a member.
But being that he refusing to go down these negative routes and all that stuff like that, he don't get the support. Now, Turk has come back and he's talking about, he started talking about this, what I'm about to talk about in a minute. And now all of a sudden he's getting thousands of views, hundreds of people in this chat, thousands of views. That's all people want to do is dwell into the negativity. But we're not talking about Turk today. We're talking about the fourth Hot Boy. Now he was my least favorite Hot Boy. I'll be the first to admit. But to a lot of people, he is their favorite Hot Boy. And if you don't know who I'm talking about this dude to the far right hand side, the one with his finger over his mouth. I'm talking about BG. He was one of the first artists that was signed to Birdman, Baby, whatever you want to call him, with Cash Money. As y'all can see right here in this picture, that's to my immediate left, to my immediate left. the guy with the mean mug and the glasses on, just for the people who don't know who he is. So we're gonna talk. The guy with the arrow pointed, that's not BG, in case y'all don't know. That's Birdman's brother. Now, Birdman brother used to run with them, but when Birdman brother was in prison, he decided that he didn't want to do the rest of his life in prison. Now, his brother was known for a bunch of murders that he committed back in the 90s. He was, the name Hot Boys, they got it from Birdman's brother, which is the guy that's with the arrow pointed at him. His name is TerranceGangstaWilliams. But since he's been home for prison, he's changed his name to Terrence Civilian Williams because he don't want to be about that life no more. He don't want to be about that life no more. He want to live a normal civilian life, but these folks know not to be playing with this man all type of way. But you have the industry and all these internet gangsters that love to try to talk shit about this man now. Because in order to get himself out of prison, he told about a lot of murders that were committed by some guys that are dead now. So being that he told on guys that are dead now and solved a couple of murders, it didn't put anybody in prison. The whole black community, all the rappers and everybody are now alienating themselves from him, calling him a snitch, including his brother, his own flesh and blood. But when BG, the guy with the finger over his lips, when he got out of prison, he embraced this dude. He gave him he went and took him shopping, picked him up in a plane, private plane, and now he wants to give him a record contract. But then he wants to give him a record contract, but
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
In the mix of him wanting to give him a record contract and wanting to, pretty much get him back in the game, because while he was locked up, it was rumored that Birdman, baby, whatever you want to call him, the same dude that was kissing Lil Wayne in the mouth, I know y'all heard about that. He was, he was taking care of him while he was locked up. Did he really switch? Yep, he switched. But he only told on people that were locked up. You know what I mean? I don't consider that snitching. If nobody goes to jail because of what you said, I don't really consider that snitching. So, hey, I'm not a street nigga no more, so they're going to tell me, you don't know what the hell you talking about. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But, he told on a bunch of people that were dead. The streets don't respect that. The streets still say you snitch. Because their rule is, and I quote y'all, the real street niggas, the rule is, you don't supposed to cooperate with the police no way, shape, or form. When the police pull you over with somebody else over and y'all go to jail, you supposed to remain silent. You don't go, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to just remain silent. You ain't supposed to talk to nobody. You ain't supposed to do no interviews. You ain't supposed to do no shit for the grand jury. You ain't supposed to do nothing. But like I say, they felt like BG is solid. BG did his 13 years. Baby been taking care of him. And like hip hop business say, he was taking care of the man with his own money. Because if you know anything about the Hot Boys, BG, this whole situation, every one of the Hot Boys were mad at Birdman because they wasn't getting the money that they were owed. These boys sold over $100 million. They signed a contract for $100 million with Universal Records, and these boys claiming that they barely got $1 million apiece. Young Turk, he went to prison, didn't get no love. When he got home, he ain't get no love. He ain't snitch on nobody. They ain't got no reason not to be messing with this man. Lil Wayne had to sue Birdman for about $50 million because that he owed him, because Lil Wayne, he found Nicki Minaj, he found Drake, he found all of these rappers and all that, and he wasn't getting his money. And then you got BG. Before BG got locked up, BG was dissing the shit out of goddamn Birdman. He even made a song about him. What did it say? How that song used to go? Juvie went back. Is you going back? Yeah, Juvie, that's my dog, but I ain't rocking like that. He was talking about how Birdman kissed Wayne in the mouth, and I mean, he was dissing the shit out of Birdman before he went to prison. But you go to prison 13 years and you need somebody to look out for you and all that, that'll change your perspective just a little bit. What's good, G-Mac? So, from our understanding, Birdman was taking care of him while he was locked up, sending him money. Soon as he got home, he was the guy that was there to pick him up. Now, everybody thought that BG was going to automatically sign with Birdman. But BG kind of had a different opinion about that. He got an offer from Gucci Mane. So him and Gucci Mane have done a mixtape since he's been home. And BG kind of wants to go the independent route. But now that he's chosen to go the independent route, now it's starting to seem like everybody is starting to slander his name. Now, anytime, and as y'all notice, I got Wack100 up here in the post in this video. We're gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how he's involved, and we got 1090 Jake, and we got Bootsy. So I'm gonna tell you how all of these people get involved and happen to turn out to be in my live right now. So y'all know, anytime Wack100 doing something, there's a secret agenda going on. Cause Wack100, he does everything he does has to do with the gang, with the gang. He is military minded when it comes to the gang. So Wack100 is Birdman's pretty much plug over there on the West Coast. Wack wanna be Birdman, right? Wack100 is Birdman's, one of his flying monkeys, pretty much. So now, since BG, I'm gonna tell y'all what I noticed, and this is just my assumption. Since BG has made the decision that he doesn't want to particularly sign with Birdman, he kind of want to do his own thing. He want to stay independent. Now there seems to be this campaign out here on BG. Now, did he snitch? He snitched. He on somebody's paperwork. Y'all niggas knew that shit way before now. Y'all niggas been keeping that shit under wrap, but now that this man don't want to goddamn be, he don't want to be Birdman's puppet. Now all of a sudden y'all niggas trying to drop paperwork, and Wack's trying to act like Birdman didn't want this information coming out and all that. Man, I've been on Clubhouse too long. Nigga, I know. Just a month ago, nigga, you was defending BG with your life. But now, he's a snitch. Now, I agree with him. From the paperwork we about to see, and from the news we about to see, BG, he didn't go into trial and testify against the guy. He did go to the grand jury and give a statement to the grand jury, which got this man indicted over a gun charge. But it kind of seems like they had a deal for this guy to take the gun charge. And y'all going to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to get into it. I'm just giving y'all a summary about what we're going to talk about today. So, this is the whole deal. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's kind of a play to try to mess up this man's credibility because he wants to be an independent artist. So, being that he doesn't want to get pimped by Baby anymore or whatever, now I think they're putting a campaign out on the man. Not meaning he didn't do what they're claiming he did. I'm just saying they been knew this about him, and they would have been willing to keep this under wrap as long as he played ball. And that's the industry for you. But the minute that he didn't want to play ball, that's when they go and pull up the bullshit. And that's how it works when it comes to the industry stuff. As long as they got something over your head, that's when they rock with you. So, before I get to that story though, because we got a good bit to go on that, we're gonna play how it got exposed. We're gonna kind of dig into the real truth of it. We're gonna go over what TerranceGangstaWilliams thinks, because he's a big part of why BG is who he is. He's a big part of why Cash Money is who they are. 1090 Jake, of course, we're gonna pull out why what he had to do with the situation exposing the paperwork. And then I know a lot of y'all are wondering, well, what the fuck Bootsy got to do with this? Boosie ain't never got nothing to do with shit. He just always running this damn mouth about shit he ain't got nothing to do with. Pretty much Bootsy, any nigga that ever been locked up, any nigga ever been locked up, Bootsy want to be the nigga that tell niggas who can tell and who can't. He don't stand for shit. He want to tell T.I., he want to say T.I. paperwork, well, T.I. snitch. Then when you see T.I. in the airport, you want to be buddy. Nah, nigga, you call a nigga a snitch. Nigga, you supposed to be getting ready to get punched in your motherfucking jaw. But he do all this shit for the goddamn internet. But he don't keep that same energy when he see these people in real life. That's why I don't even respect Bootsy no more. Nigga, you out here disrespecting your daughter, disrespecting your brother. You will snitch your damn self because you talking about you gonna get your brother locked up because you accusing him of stealing money from you. Nigga, you supposed to keep it street. I don't give a fuck, nigga, if nigga stole money from you or not. Nigga, you supposed to keep it street. Now you want to put a nigga in jail. Now he want to put a nigga in jail and it's okay. But he always the nigga, hey, yeah, this nigga kept it solid. This nigga did 13 years in prison. He kept it solid. Always a nigga promoting this goddamn prison shit. Always promoting this so-called real nigga shit. Always promoting all this dumb shit. So what Boosie did, when Wack100 put out the information about, you know, BG, Boosie, the meat rider he is, he wanted to go in front of, he went over there on IG and posted this message. I mean on Instagram and posted this message to Wack, saying this nigga a clown, 3-finger Wack. So y'all know what that 3-finger Wack shit is. 3-finger Wack, remember the girl, and I think I did a live about this, or I was about to. That was the night that Queen Regina and Sister T got into that argument on my panel, so we didn't go over it. But remember the girl put out the information on Wack? She tried to claim that Wack like 3 fingers in his ass and all that crazy shit. And I told y'all it was a clubhouse thing because Wack used to be she used to have a room in clubhouse. Wack used to help her out. Yeah, Mika. Wack used to help her out and all that stuff. They fell out, and I always tell y'all, Wack is very similar to Kwame. He keep him a gang of niggas that, you know, they sit here and, you know, meat ride everything he say. If he put a go on you, he gonna have all kind of people lying on your name, trolling you. He'll dox you. All of that. He gotta be right all the time. If he not, he gonna get loud, belligerent. He don't mind, you know, trying to fuck up your career. And that's what happened with him and the girl Mika. So in her effort to fight back, you know, she threw out a lot of shit on him. You know, she went to, oh, he like 3 fingers in his ass and all type of shit that she was talking shit about him. So now that Bootsy wants to windmill for BG, he decided when Wack was putting out this information, instead of him hitting up Wack, I appreciate you steady grinding for the $4.99. So instead of him hitting up Wack, you know, where he probably got this man's number, he goes to the internet, you know, goes to Instagram like a little girl and go repeat some shit that a female done put out there instead of having real facts and saying something, you know, like, come on, Wack, nigga, you violating the code or saying some real shit. He go on there and do some hoe shit. So now Wack done said, nigga, it's on site now, bitch ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie, Wack do make shit up.
Steady Grinding went super chatted $4.99.
Sometimes he'll
full score, full score, full score.
Sometimes he'll have some facts, but sometimes he'll make some shit up. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to this paperwork, he did not make this up. He did not make it up. And one thing I would say, Wack don't get into the selective politics, but I have seen times where Wack has been a selective politicker. Yeah, he has been a selective politicker. And the one time I felt like he selected politic when it came to R. Kelly, you know. He definitely wanted to get a piece of that R. Kelly bag, him and Panda Coon. So, oh yeah, and J Diggs wasn't playing with that nigga either. I see that nigga that called out everybody, but he didn't want that smoke with J Diggs. He didn't want that. Hey, J Diggs been calling for that fade for the whole year, and both of them niggas right there in California, and he ain't never, you know, took that fade. But for the most part, I give it to Wack. About 70% of the time. He will come with some with some paperwork now. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he don't come with no straight up paperwork, sometimes that nigga will put a lie on your ass and ride with it. So, before I get into that though, you know, into this whole hip hop, who snitched, who didn't, who faking tough, who didn't, or whatever, which we got a lot to get into. I got one more story that I want to introduce to y'all before we get into that, if that's okay with y'all. I got one story that happened over Christmas, you know, that I want to get into before we get into all that. So I just want to break down what we're gonna the main body of this live's gonna be about. But like I say, before we get to that, I got one story before that. So the story that we're gonna do before that. Okay, as y'all know, we all was into the Christmas spirit over the weekend. We had you know, Christmas supposed to be a time which I don't celebrate the shit, but hey, to the people who do, more power to you. So Christmas is a time where we all, you know, we all go buy our family some shit or whatever, buy the kids some stuff or whatever. It's about a certain age where we stop buying our kids presents and shit. And when it comes, I ain't worried about Panacoon right now. We'll make a live for that later on. Appreciate that street discipline for the $1.99. But we have kids to the point where at a certain point in time they get to an age where you ain't even supposed to be buying these little niggas nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. But there's a story that happened down here in Florida. It ended up evolving into a
Streets Disciple super chatted $1.99. Panda Raccoon called you a bisexual on BSL panel last night.
The brother ended up being a 14-year-old kid. And it all started because this fool he felt like his other brother was getting more gifts than him from his mother. It's a weird story. So I don't tell the story the wrong way. Let's go ahead and get into this story. Let's take about a good 20-30 minutes on this story and break down this news story. And I'll see what you guys think. So let me take down this Okay. And let's get into the story. Like I said, if you're just coming in, make sure you hit the like button. Salute Ricardo. Make sure you hit the like button. Salute K2O. Salute I'm Just Being Me. David Johnson. Carl Belton. Chocolate Candy Lady. Lolo the Lion. Salute. 40 the Splatter. Salute. I appreciate the Cash App Super Chat. Hey, don't be shy, man. Show a little love, man. This content does take time and, you know, the effort. And I look forward to trying to bring out better and better content as we go. I mean, I know everybody don't like my sweater and everything, but hey, you know, it still took a little time to look this good. You know what I mean? But a like button is all that's required, man. I appreciate y'all. So let's check out this story, y'all. Let's check out this story.
By her own brother on Christmas Eve. Abrielle Baldwin was trying to break up an argument between her siblings when one of them pulled out a gun. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports on what has the sheriff furious and the changes he is now calling for.
Photos Abrielle Baldwin posted to social media show her filled with joy.
She's just a woman going about life, doing her thing with her 2 kids, trying to make a living, trying to make it.
On Christmas Eve, while at her grandmother's home on 22nd Avenue in Largo, she'd had enough of her brothers bickering. DeMarcus and Darcus began pulling guns on one another.
Abrielle told them.
Now, this is, you know, a story of 2 brothers, you know. You know, in the Bible it says, "Am I my brother's keeper?" You had the story of Cain and Abel. You know, it's like, how far can 2 brothers, you know, fall out? You know, a lot of times brothers get together and they start fighting over disagreements. But in this case, you got 2 brothers that pull guns on each other. That's wild. Salute, I'm Just Being Me. I appreciate the 5. Thank you. Salute to the Salute to the cash out. I mean the super chats, man. Salute to the super chats. I appreciate y'all.
Marcus, quote, you all need to leave that stuff alone. Why are you trying to start it? It's Christmas.
They both had been fighting over Christmas presents, with the 15-year-old Darkish jealous that their mom had spent more on gifts for 14-year-old DeMarcus.
Appreciate that, Justin, in for the $4.99. I appreciate that. Salute, salute, salute. Y'all know I appreciate it. And y'all let me know if the bells and whistles working, man. I know my message is popping up on the screen. I think I set the sound to it and everything. I've been playing with it a little bit, so yeah, I got my other TV on mute, so I can't really hear if it's playing the little sound that I got it set for. So y'all can let me know if it's acting right or not. I'm gonna add more to it though. All right, let me collaborate my thing a little bit better.
After Abriel stepped in,
Yo, what up, Birdman 912, I got him on video. Here's to the streets. Y'all know what time it is.
Justin N super chatted $4.99. Fire, fire, fire,
I'm gonna
fire.
back that up just a little bit. I don't want y'all to miss what's really going on in the story. Even though I'm gonna read it
In
out.
Just Being Me, Hibiscus Peacock super chatted $5. Hit that like button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart.
She'd had enough of her brothers bickering. DeMarcus and Darkish began pulling guns on one another.
Abriel told DeMarcus, quote, you all need to leave that stuff alone. Why are you trying to start it? It's Christmas.
So all she was trying to do is just trying to not, see her two brothers fighting. She like, man, y'all need to leave that alone. Salute K2O, I appreciate that. Yes, I appreciate that, brother. All she wanted to do is, it's Christmas time. She like, man, y'all leave some of that bullshit alone, man. Cut out all that bullshit, all this arguing and all that stuff like that. I mean, come on now. It's Christmas. And she the one end up losing her life. I appreciate you, Carl Belton. Salute, salute. I appreciate all the support, everybody. I appreciate the support.
They both have been fighting over Christmas presents, with the 15-year-old Darkish jealous that their mom had spent more on gifts for
K20EP1 super chatted $10.
Now, ain't that a shame? That little nigga look like he about 30 years old. This is why black parents, man, y'all need to take away that Christmas shit early as possible, because you got some ungrateful ass kids out here. You go get these niggas, go out here and buy these niggas gifts up until they 20 years old. This man 15 years old is still expecting he's supposed to get some gifts for Christmas. Mad because the mother got the younger brother more gifts.
Carl Belton super chatted $5. Salute ears, full score, full score.
Just ridiculous.
After Abriel stepped in, DeMarcus pulled a gun and fired, killing her and sending her son and his nephew, an 11-month-old, falling to the ground.
Her own brother, 14-year-old kid, he sees his sister with a baby in her hand, an infant baby, and he shoots her for simply trying to stop her two brothers from fighting on Christmas. This is how serious one kid getting Christmas gifts, more Christmas gifts than another, got. What kind of household are you in where you got two teenage kids that are in the household that have that are in possession of guns? First of all, a 14 and 15-year-old in a household with a mother, and these jokers got access to guns.
Then, Darkish pulled his own gun and shot DeMarcus, leaving him badly injured.
This proliferation of guns on the streets and guns in this area and guns in the hands of these kids, this is the worst I've ever seen it. I don't think we've ever seen it this bad.
The sheriff said
this was down here in Florida. This was in the Tampa area. Not quite in Tampa, but like in the outskirts, kind of in between Tampa and Orlando.
The area around 22nd Avenue in Largo has been subject to extra patrols lately, with 13 gun-related incidents since September. He says his office has gotten reports of 17 guns stolen from unlocked cars. He suspects the guns used in this shooting were obtained that way.
And people can't leave their car doors unlocked and leave their guns in their cars.
Ain't that the same thing that other officer from Polk County was stressing? This is where most of these young people get their guns from. They steal them out of unlocked cars. They steal them out of unlocked cars. They break into your house. You better hide your guns, man. Hide your gun.
It's got to stop.
Further, the sheriff says both juveniles have been let off the hook too easily by the juvenile justice system, particularly DeMarcus, who has a history of violence against school staff and law enforcement. The sheriff is calling for tougher laws.
They are not.
And see, this is a scary thing, because when these folks start calling for tougher laws for juveniles, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes when you have situations like this, the emotion doesn't make you not wanna give this juvenile 14-year-old kid another chance. He shot his own sister, and then the brother shot his own brother. And to this white man, he like, man, get all of these niggas out of here. But then you're going to set a law, then there's going to be another young 14, 13-year-old kid that makes a bad decision. Might not be as bad as this decision, but he'll make a bad decision, and then you're going to start throwing these kids in prisons with adults, taking away their whole life instead of giving them a second chance. Because we all know that these, regardless how bad we think this situation is, we know that these kids' mind ain't developed. And they're making some bad decisions. And even though that mother would never be able to come back, even though that child will grow up angry that his uncle killed his mother, and it's probably going to create another cycle of, you know, gun-toting young teenagers, that young 14-year-old boy still need to get a second chance at life, no matter if you don't like this. Now, he probably shouldn't get his ass out till he about 40 years old, but still give him another chance at life. The 15-year-old too. Because neither one of them are fully developed. They just made a crucial mistake. About 20 years of their life, I think that 20, 25 years, I think by the time they get home, they'll have a different outlook on life, and they might be able to rehabilitate themselves in their 40s. But the way the law is set up, these young men, they'll be out by the time they're 25 because they committed these murders. So they'll do juvenile life, which means they'll be out by 25. Now, then, yeah, I agree. Justice won't be served because they'll still be immature in the mind. And they'll get out and probably be praised by gang leaders and all that because they caught a body. I don't know, even though that body happened to be their sister.
Getting the consequences that they should get that keep them from doing it again and again and again.
Abrielle was only 23, and now her kids, an 11-month-old and a 6-year-old, will have to grow up without her. Evan Axelbank, Fox 13 News.
Which is very sad. Now, I'm going to read the article or whatever, and then I'm going to let the sheriff tell the very details of what happened so we could get a better understanding of it. So let's take a couple of minutes to read through this. Pinellas County, Florida, which this, like I say, this is right around the Tampa area, between Tampa and Orlando. Closer to Tampa than it is Orlando, a little area where they call Largo. Matter of fact, it's on the other side of Tampa. It's not close to Orlando at all. But Tampa is only 45 minutes from Orlando. So Sheriff Bob says the ordeal began as the family went out Christmas shopping Sunday night. And, of course, this is what the avenue looked like after somebody gets killed in their damn driveway. It says DeMarcus Coley, 14, was upset that his brother, Darkest Coley, 15, was getting more gifts than him. So the 14-year-old was upset that the 15-year-old was getting more gifts than him, which is probably some average teenage rage, privilege stuff. Now, should it have led to him pulling out a gun? No. And you could tell, obviously, there's no man in this household, not a respectable man anyway, because a respectable man wouldn't allow a 15 and a 14-year-old, even if he was an OG, to be running around there with guns. When the teens got back to their grandmother's house at 2357 22nd Avenue Southwest, the argument occurred. While outside the home, Abrielle Baldwin, which is the sister 23, told her brothers to stop arguing over the damn gifts. She's 23. She big sis. Why the hell y'all niggas arguing over these damn gifts? That's when DeMarcus told his sister he was going to shoot her and the baby she had in the carrier. She's sitting there trying to say, man, stop arguing over these damn gifts. You too old for this shit. And this and that. The little nigga say, nigga, I'll shoot you and my nephew. I'll shoot you and that baby. This how crazy this shit is, y'all. He was willing to shoot her and the baby for telling them to stop arguing. So it says in the carrier, DeMarcus shot and killed his sister, who was also a mother of two. The sheriff said DeMarcus then shot. So after he shot her, the other brother came out and shot him. She was just a woman about life with her two kids, trying to make a living and trying to make it. Okay, so here's the press conference. We're going to listen to the press conference, and we'll kind of skim through it really fast so we can get to the main topic. But I did want to bring this story to y'all. When DeMarcus pulled the trigger and shot his sister, deputy said it sent Bauer's 11-month-old son falling to the ground. Wow. He just shot that woman in cold blood. The baby just dropped on the ground. 11-month-old. DeMarcus Coley is in stable condition in the hospital. He will be taken into custody when he's released from the hospital on the first-degree murder charge for shooting his sister. Darkest Coley was also arrested and charged with attempted first murder. So this Christmas, which was supposed to be family and loved ones and all that, having, you know, a special time, turned into, think about this from the mother's standpoint. Both of your sons are about to go to prison pretty much for the rest of their adulthood. Your daughter just got killed, and now you left with two grandbabies. You left with two grandbabies. Both of your teenage sons are in prison, and do you try to and which one do you take the side of? Do you take the side of the 15-year-old? He shot the 14-year-old because the 14-year-old shot your daughter. So is the 14-year-old going to get exiled from the family? You think he was jealous about those gifts? When that nigga get home, he going to be more jealous than he going to be jealous about everything else. He might come home and really want to kill them if they don't support him while he locked up. What if they stop showing their support for him between the time that he's doing time? Do you think that they're gonna he gonna get home and he's gonna be rehabilitated? Hell nah, he gonna get home angry as a motherfucker. But these are the two young men that are right here on your screen. This nigga got a full fucking mustache. Both of these niggas got damn near full mustache, and they arguing over Christmas presents. Arguing over Christmas presents. To the point where the 14-year-old goes outside and he's so mad He's so mad when he shoots his own sister just for telling them to cool down on that shit. And then the big brother had to come out there and not disarm him. He actually shoots him after he didn't have the gun no more. He could have just came out there and beat his ass. He didn't have to come out there and shoot him. But I know the emotion was running so high that, you know, he went on here and shot him. Now, luckily, he ain't dead. So he won't do all his life in prison. He probably would get aggravated assault, and he probably would be out in probably like 3 years, if that. You know, they might show some leniency on him. So since he didn't die, he might get like 3 years for aggravated assault. But since she died, he's gonna get juvenile life, which means he'll have to stay in the system until he's about 25. So let's say about a good 10, 11 years, maybe couple of years on paper, so he'll be out before he's 30. But he won't be rehabilitated. He will not be rehabilitated. What's good, Iceberg? Yeah, they look about 19 and 20. So they're not getting the consequence they should get to keep this from doing it again and again and again. The sheriff said, I think he's exaggerating a little bit, talking about they're not doing it again and again and again. Now, like I say, I don't think this young man's going to get rehabilitated, but I think he will. But the fact of these kids having guns in the household, that was a problem enough. That was enough of a problem. Both of these little niggas had guns, 14 and 15 years old, in their grandma's house. So, they're pretty much saying the same thing that he was saying. So let's look at the sheriff breakdown of it real quick.
That happened.
Let's look at the sheriff breakdown. We'll zoom through it real quick, and then we'll get back to our main story. Let me get this thing suited up. Okay. So far, so good, y'all. Everybody good? Everybody good? Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. So far, so good. I'm trying to get better at having more flawless lives, man. Some lives we come on here, we having sound problems, we having this problem, that problem. But so far, so good, right? So far, so good. Why I say he's not going to be rehabilitated? Because he's only 14 years old. And he's going to go in there and not have the support of his family. And I think that's where the anger is going to come in at. Because I doubt if the family is going to show him any love, because he went in there for killing his sister. And his mind's not going to be able to develop without all the stress, the drama, you know what I'm saying, not having the support of his parents while he's doing juvenile time. He's going to be in there most likely. He's already most likely in a gang. You know what I mean? So if he gets out by the time he's only 25, where his mind is supposed to be just adjusting to being an adult, being that he's been in prison since a juvenile, he's probably never had a girlfriend, never had any cootie. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get taught how to be a man. He's going to get taught how to be more of a gangster. So by 25, I don't believe it. That's just my opinion. It's not a fact. It's just my opinion that he won't be rehabilitated.
Happened here in Largo on Christmas.
Right, Justin. And the odds are stacked against him. I'm not saying he can't be, because I've seen people, youngsters go to prison, come out and be rehabilitated, but that's usually when they well into their mid 30s or 40s. That's when they probably do. But most likely he'll come out in a Charleston White kind of mindset. That's what year Charleston White went to prison, when he was around that age. And, he got out or whatever. And as y'all can see, he had a hard time getting himself into a mindset. But he could come home and, be an activist or something like that. But I highly doubt he's going to go into the state penitentiary that's full of gangs, full of, all kind of shit. And he's going to have to tie allegiance to a gang. And, he's going to have to be a really tough dude to go through prison all that time. Then come home and then try to do a 180, try to get his life right. And I highly doubt he's going to have the support of his family because of what he's done to his innocent sister, what he's, the raft that he's caught. He's going to have to get out and look his nephews and niece in the face, knowing that he killed their sister. So that might be what rehabilitated him, though. It could be a two-way street, but, I'm just expecting the worst, praying for the best.
Eve, December 24th at about 1:45 p.m. The victim in the homicide is...
And that's 100% right, Eric J. Worst time to go is now, because he's so impressionable. He can, when he go to prison at 14, if he go to the jail right now, somebody's going to make sure he's in the gang. He's going to be dedicated to the gang, especially in Florida. He go to one of these JIT camps. 1090 Jake talk about those JIT camps all the time.
Gabrielle Baldwin a 23-year-old black female. Her date of birth is May 5th of 2000. She went by the name of Bree and was a mom to two boys, a 6-year-old and an 11-month-old. The incident happened at 2357 22nd Avenue Southwest in Largo. We've arrested two people, and I'll explain the incident as to what happened. The first person that was arrested is DeMarcus Coley. He's a 14-year-old black male. Date of birth is May 2nd, 2009. And he's been charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, and being a delinquent in possession of a firearm. The second is Darkus Coley.
Now, I'm going to ask y'all a question, serious question. Do y'all think the adults in the household or whoever the legal guardian is over the household, do y'all think that the legal guardian should be charged also? Because we're talking about two minors in the household and both of them had firearms. Should the parent be held liable also? Maybe I should put a poll up real quick. Yeah, I'll put a poll up.
He's a 15-year-old black male. Date of birth is January 31st, 2008. And his charges are attempted first.
Yeah, Brittany Smith, the baby is okay. The baby is okay. I mean, besides from getting dropped while the mother was killed, the baby is okay. Now, that's the 11-month-old baby. You got to recognize the 6-year-old baby had to witness his mother getting killed. Remember, I was 4 years old when my mother got killed in my presence. So you're going to have nightmares. You're going to have flash memories about it, and it's going to affect his life. The 11-year-old, he is going to be like he never had a mother before besides his grandmother. He won't even know. He will never know what it's like to have a mother. The same with the 6-year-old, but at the same time, he's going to have a vague memory about it also. Because he's had his mother around him for 6 months, for 6 years. So now he's waking up every day without that person that's been there for 6 years. So it's definitely going to take effect on both of them. There's going to be a lot of anger that they're going to deal with over the next 18 years.
First-degree murder and tampering with physical evidence. And both of them are in the photographs to my left, to your right, and their brothers. So this is what happened. On Christmas Eve, as I said, December 24th, Abrielle Baldwin, her 10-month-old son, her 6-year-old son, her 14-year-old brother, DeMarcus, her 15-year-old brother, Darkus, and their mother, Joyce Birch, who's a black female with a date of birth of June 25th, 1984, went Christmas.
So the mother of all of them, y'all, the mother of all of them are my age, y'all. She was born in 84. She was born a couple of months after me, y'all. I'm 39 years old. I could only imagine being me right now. I got my daughter. I got two other sons that are, 14 and 15, and all my kids in here, and here we is having a Christmas evening, and I just lost my two sons and my daughter. She just lost 3 kids in one fucking day. Think about how this mother is feeling right now. And obviously she still needs help from grandma because they all at grandma's house. She lost 3 kids in one day and left with her 2 grandbabies.
Shopping at a store here in Largo. While they're shopping, 15-year-old Darkus was jealous that their mother, Joyce, was getting 14-year-old DeMarcus more gifts than he was receiving. So they had this family spat about who was getting what and what money was being spent on who, and they're having this big.
Which is so sad, y'all. And that's why this is why you shouldn't be spoiling these kids with all these damn gifts every damn year, because then they start to feel like it's a damn, it's mandatory that they get certain gifts and all that. He got them new J's, and you gonna give me these bum ass goddamn these bum ass J's. Soon as you start hearing your kids complaining about what the fuck they get, you cut that shit off immediately. I don't care if they 6 years old. Soon as they start doing that ungrateful shit, kill that Christmas shit. Cause y'all thinking it's supposed to be this happy spirit shit, but y'all see the type of spirit that shit pull out. It pulls out a materialistic spirit. I'd nip it in the bud, man. I told my son way when he was a kid, up to he probably was 8. But I've been through that Santa Claus shit. No, daddy worked too fucking hard for you to believe in a white man in a goddamn red suit. Daddy put this daddy weed money, like Cat Williams said. This daddy weed money, nigga. Daddy risked his life. Daddy risked his freedom for you to get this little bit of stuff. Yes, sir. When you get to 10, there ain't no damn Santa Claus. We don't believe in Christmas. I don't believe in Christmas, but I don't want you to feel left out. So here, I'm going to buy you some gifts. But nigga, you get 3 gifts. 3 gifts. Or I give you the money and let you go buy your little something. Just so you don't feel left out. But don't think this is mandatory, nigga. Don't think this is mandatory. Only time you going to get gifts from me is your birthday.
Thing going on in the store, and they're all arguing with each other. They left the store and headed to their grandmother's house, which is where the incident happened, at 2357 22nd Avenue Southwest in Largo. They all piled into one car, and they were heading over to her house. The Coleys, along with Joyce Birch, lived at 608 Westminster Boulevard in Oldsmar. They were going to their grandmother's house because she was going to watch Bree's 6-year-old and 11-month-old baby when she went to work. So they got there to this house on 22nd Avenue Southwest at about 1:40.
So the sister was just only over there just to drop her baby off while she went to work. She was only over there just to drop the babies off while she went to work. And in the mix of that, she's seeing all this commotion going on and end up losing her life. Wow.
45 p.m. on Sunday. Darkus, who's the 15-year-old, entered the home and went into the kitchen with his grandmother. DeMarcus, the 14-year-old, stood in the doorway because, again, they're all arguing. And they're having this big spat about what happened while shopping and who's getting what and who didn't get what for Christmas. So this is just normal what people do when they have these young kids getting spats like this. And of course I'm saying this sarcastically because he's all mad at his brother about what his brother was getting and is not getting. He stood in the doorway and he took out his .40 caliber semi-automatic handgun and he pointed it at Darkus and told him he was going to shoot him in the head.
Now think about that, y'all. You in the house, y'all back in the house because y'all done went Christmas shopping. You get back to the house and your 2 sons are arguing. And while he's at the doorway, one of your kids pulls out a .45 caliber handgun. Now, you can tell that this mother or grandmother already knew that these kids had guns already. Because you'll think the first thing a mother would be like, oh boy, where you get that gun from?
So you got the 14-year-old who's mad at the 15-year-old because mom's not buying equal amounts of gifts. They get to grandma's house and he takes out his gun and tells him he's going to shoot him in the head. So DeMarcus tries to get Darkus to fight. Darkus said he didn't want to fight and told him to get out of the house and he didn't want anything to do with him. One of the boy's uncles was present in the home and he separated them.
Now, here's the supposed to be man of the house. An uncle. An uncle was there. You would have thought that this man would have de-escalated this. Boy, where you get a gun from? Went and took that gun from his nephew. Hey, nephew, man, you tripping, my nigga. Come talk to me. Because if that was me, And, you know, I've had little gangster cousins or whatever. And I was that 14-year-old kid that had a gun. So I know a lot of people like, damn, where these kids get guns from? I was a 14-year-old kid with a gun. Real talk. I was a 14-year-old kid that would get mad and probably shoot your ass. Not my brother, though. But even if I was that mad, you would expect to have an older homie, an older cousin, an older brother, older uncle come up to you and be like, man, come here, bro. Come here, bro. No, calm me down here, man. Put the gun up real quick. Can I have the gun, bro? Take the gun from him. Take the little nigga for a walk. You know what I mean? Take him for a walk. You know what I'm saying? If you got to smoke a blunt with him or something, I know that might be bad. Whatever. If people that's not from the hood, y'all don't understand. I'm just saying. It's better than letting the boys kill each other. Take the young man for a walk. You know what I'm saying? Calm him down. Make him realize that nigga, that ain't the end of the world. This is Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck them toys. Because this little nigga got a gun. What you got a gun for? He got to be out there trying to make some money or something. How you get a gun before you get money? Before you even get your driver's license? I don't get that. But if it was just all women there or something, I would say, okay, well, maybe it wasn't nobody able to talk to the young man. But damn, this man had an uncle here, and you couldn't have got that gun out of that young man's hand? Have a conversation with him?
By moving DeMarcus out of the house and moving him out into the driveway area. This is the house here to my right, again to your left, and that's the door where he was standing into, and that's the driveway area that he moved him out to where this happened. And so DeMarcus left the doorway, darkest.
Yeah, you right. Uncle probably scared too. Uncle probably know this little nigga's been shooting niggas. I'm like, man, my little shit. My nephew a motherfucking shooter. He probably scared as hell. Yeah, down south, man, it's easy as hell to get a gun, man. I got my first gun at 13, I believe. A little 25. You know, I ain't gonna tell y'all where I got that from, because then y'all gonna go judging my people. But yeah.
DeMarcus is still in the house in the kitchen. DeMarcus was standing by a parked vehicle in the driveway when...
Hey Tina, you're gonna have to go back and check this out from the beginning. This is a good story. We almost done with it. So you might want to check this story out a little later. I might clip this part out and just make a little short part on just this story right here, so you know people don't have to watch the whole live to catch this story.
And Abrielle told DeMarcus, quote, "You all need..."
Here, hold on. I'm gonna back that up just a little bit because I did stop it to talk a little bit. So let me back that up just a little bit.
To leave that stuff alone. Why are you trying to start it? And equal amounts of gifts. They get to grandma's house, and he takes out his gun and tells him he's going to shoot him in the head. So DeMarcus tries to get Darkus to fight. Darkus said he didn't want to fight and told him to get out of the house, and he didn't want anything to do with him. One of the boy's uncles was present in the home, and excuse me, he separated them by moving DeMarcus out of the house and moving him out into the driveway area. This is the house here to my right, again to your left, and that's the door where he was standing into, and that's the driveway area that he moved him out to where this happened. And so DeMarcus left the doorway. Darkus is still in the house in the kitchen. DeMarcus was standing by a parked vehicle in the driveway when Abrielle told DeMarcus, quote, "You all need to leave that stuff alone. Why are you trying to start it? It's Christmas." And at that point, Abrielle was in the driveway and she was carrying her 10-month-old baby in a carrier in her hand. DeMarcus then began arguing with Abrielle and used some very, very derogatory language that I won't repeat at all, and all kinds of profanity. He was calling her a whore and all kinds of other stuff.
Now, this shows that this young man wasn't raised right already. He had no respect for the women in the house. He had no respect for the elders in the house. Why this young nigga is going crazy and calling his sister all kind of bitches and hoes. What the fuck was the uncle doing? I can't see myself there at a family member house, and there's a teenage boy in the house that I can't at least have a conversation with. I don't know what was going on with that uncle, man. Like somebody said, Uncle must be scared of them too. But you would, I don't know, man. You would have thought the uncle would have been enough, respectable enough where he could have got into those young boys' head. Like, hey man, chill out, bro. You tripping. Well, the young nigga would have been scared that uncle was gonna knock his ass out for acting up. But uncle must have knew them niggas had them guns. Or he had to be a smoker. Had to be a smoker. You right. Had to be a smoker. We all know the ones from the hood, but we know. Yeah, he wilding out and he got a gun, but you, as the man of the house, you got to be willing to take the bullet for all these women in the house, or for the younger youth in the house. Hey man, chill out. Look, come here, little nephew. Nephew, come talk to me, please, nephew. Come talk to me, man. Just talk to me, nephew. Go walk with your nephew. Hey man, just do me a favor, bro. Just give me the gun. I promise you, I'm gonna give it back, bro. You know what I'm saying? But man, goddamn, bro, this your brother, this your mother. You know what I'm saying? Just give him some real, you know what I'm saying, game and shit. You ain't supposed to let your nephews go out like this. What the hell? That uncle must have been a smoker for real.
And stated that he was going to shoot her and that he was going to, quote, shoot the baby too. DeMarcus then moved toward Abrielle and shot her in the chest with a .40 caliber semi-automatic handgun, again, while she's carrying the baby. Abrielle fell to the ground, so did the baby. The baby wasn't hurt because the baby was in a carrier. So when DeMarcus falls to the ground, Darkus comes out of the house. And again, Darkus is 15, and he takes out his .45 caliber semi-automatic handgun because, again, I'll say this sarcastically, just normal that all these kids, that's what you do, right? You just carry handguns. When you get in a spat with your sibling, you take out your guns and you have a gun battle. So he takes out his gun and tells DeMarcus, so Darkus tells DeMarcus, quote, you shot my MF sister, and then Darkus shot DeMarcus one time in the stomach. So DeMarcus falls to the ground, and when Darkus shot DeMarcus, DeMarcus was unarmed. And there's about an 8-second gap between the time that DeMarcus shot Bree and then Darkus comes out and shoots DeMarcus. And when he shot him, he no longer had possession of the gun.
Now, think about this from these white people perspective. You got unfit mothers. You got an uncle that ain't did shit for the situation to help the situation. You got 2 young black men in a neighborhood with guns on them. This whole household is fucked up. This is why these white folks look at us the way they do. I mean, is it normal for a 14, 15-year-old to be carrying around guns? And then they have so much immaturity, so lack of leadership, so much dysfunction in their neighborhood, in their household, that you got a grandmother, a mother, a grown sister, and a grown uncle, but the 2 14 and 15-year-olds are the ones that are running this house with guns. Think about that.
Darkus, the 15-year-old, then ran, threw his gun in a nearby yard, fled to a relative's house up in Clearwater, where we subsequently arrested him. Unfortunately, Abrielle Baldwin was transported to Largo Medical Center Hospital here in Largo with a single gunshot wound to her chest, and she was pronounced dead at the hospital. Basically, the round went in through her left arm into her chest area, went across, went into both lungs, all kinds of internal bleeding. She bled out and it popped both lungs. She couldn't breathe. DeMarcus was transported to a hospital where he underwent surgery. He's in custody, remains in the hospital, is in stable condition, and upon release, he'll be transferred to the custody of the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice. The Pinellas Pasco State Attorney's Office is going to review the case and decide whether to charge DeMarcus as an adult with the first-degree murder of his sister. Darkus.
Now, that's a tricky situation right there. You're talking about a 15-year-old, and they're talking about charging him as an adult. He's in a child mindset, but they're talking about charging him as an adult.
again, the 15-year-old, made self-harm statements after we picked him up at the location where he was in Clearwater, and he is right now in a secure mental health facility, and he'll be charged with attempted first-degree murder and tampering with evidence and transported to the Pinellas Juvenile Assessment Center upon his release from the mental health facility.
So they done sent this little nigga to a mental health facility. I guess so, shit.
The .40 caliber handgun that DeMarcus used to shoot his sister was recovered at the scene, and the .45 caliber handgun that
yes, Tina, that's what this story is about.
Darkus used to shoot DeMarcus has not been recovered. Again, when he ran, he tossed it in the backyard. We've searched that area out there. We can't find it. And the unfortunate reality is it's probably going to be used in the next crime because somebody probably picked it up, and there's all kinds of people over there. And as I'm going to talk about here in about 1 second, there's way too many guns out there on the street, way too many crime guns out there, way too many stolen guns. Everybody's got a gun these days. And the sad part is that thing's going to be used in another crime because somebody picked it up. As you can see behind me in the photograph, DeMarcus, again the 14-year-old, recently posted a photo to Snapchat pointing the gun that he used to kill his sister at the camera. So this is within the last couple days, and
these pictures always come back to bite motherfuckers in the ass. These pictures always gonna come back to bite people in the ass.
This is a Snapchat photo. That's DeMarcus pointing that gun, which is this gun, which we recovered there at the scene, which is the gun that he used to kill his sister. So there's the Snapchat photo, and there's the gun that he used to kill his sister. According to many people that we interviewed out there, all kinds of people, family members, young, old, everybody across the board, is that both DeMarcus and Darkus carried guns all the time. They routinely carried firearms on them. People knew it, that's what they did, and a lot of it, they claim, is because of recent ongoings in the Ridgecrest Baskins area where they were accosted, and we've had a number of incidents I'll talk about in a second over there in the last couple of months. But again, these young kids, 14, 15 years old, routinely carry firearms, and this is what happens when you got young delinquents that carry guns. They get upset, they don't know how to handle stuff, so they just take out their guns and start shooting each other, and one of them kills his sister.
I think he wanted to say young niggas. How about y'all? What y'all think?
Who's a mom to a 10-month or 11-month-old baby and a 6-year-old boy. So how are they getting these guns? Well, it's real easy. They're getting them because they're either buying them on the street cheap, and they're all stolen guns, and for these two guys, they're getting them because they're stealing them from unlocked cars. They're out in the middle of the night doing car burglaries. Both DeMarcus and Darkus were arrested for committing numerous car burglaries in Oldsmar, where they live on Westminster Avenue, back in May of this year. DeMarcus, the 14-year-old, has arrests dating back to when he was 12 years old. Think about this. He has arrests dating back to when he was 12. He's only 14 now, okay, but 2 years ago he has arrests for being a minor in possession of a gun, grand theft auto, auto burglaries, loitering and prowling, disorderly conduct, battery on a school employee, and battery on a law enforcement officer.
Damn, this young nigga been thugging like a motherfucker. He's already been a problem child and a menace to society. It was only a matter of time.
Officer. He's only 14. Darkus was also arrested in May for committing numerous auto burglaries. Many of those cases are still pending. In the dispositions with DeMarcus previously is that what's he get? Probation. The problem is you got way too many kids out there with way too many guns, and they're getting them because they're buying them on the street cheap, $50 for a gun, whatever, breaking into cars, and they're stealing the guns out of the unlocked cars. And I've talked about this a long time, and those of you who've been around here for a while remember going back now to December of 2014. Charlie Condek, Tarpon Springs police officer, shot and killed. Where did the gun come from that killed Officer Condek? an unlocked car burglary because people leave their guns in their cars. And these.
Now, this is the same thing that the officer from Polk County, he stressed about when they had the situation that I went over not too long ago with the guy that was doing all the drive-bys and stuff like that. So, like I say, it is a real serious problem with our youth, especially in the black community, toting guns, you know, and not only that, a problem in the black community with leadership also. You know, we don't have the leaders that we used to have. We don't have the, well, I ain't gonna say that we used to have. There have always been kids, unfortunate kids in neighborhoods and stuff where they don't have any leadership or whatever. And only people are leading our young men are rappers. You know, who's real, who's not. Who told on each other, who got bodies, all of that stuff like that. So now that's going to lead to our next conversation where we're about to get into, you know, the situation of BG and other people. Not saying that any of this has anything to do with each other. I'm just saying this is who our kids look up to their leadership. They didn't look up to their uncle. They didn't respect that their mother was, you know, trying to provide for them. They didn't respect their older sister. They respect what they see on TV. They look at the NBA young boys. They look at the drill rappers, the Young Dirks, and all that stuff like that. And you know, this is why we deal with the problems that we're dealing with in the black community. No leadership, no guidance. Everybody been led by the rappers. Everybody been led by the gang culture. And we're just getting started, y'all. 20 more years, boy, you're going to really be in some trouble. Now, I had put up a poll. Do you think that any adult should be charged in this case? Let's see what the results is. I think we had 20 votes or whatever, and most of them said no. But anyway. All right, so let's get into our next story. Now, I explained everything that as far as who BG is. We got one fourth of the Hot Boys, the Cash Money Records or whatever. And let's when we get into this whole snitching thing, and you know, really I don't give a damn about if a nigga is a snitch or not. I've realized that all these so-called gangsta ass niggas, a lot of these niggas are police. A lot of these niggas, they talk about what they do. They have a problem with all the snitches in the world, but you know, until they get their ass on the hot seat. Now I'm about to show y'all a video that explains BG's case, and then you're gonna hear BG on here responding to finding out that TerranceGangstaWilliams, which is the guy that has the arrow pointed at him, he's the guy that has done I think he did like 20 years in prison for some murders or whatever, and he got his time cut because he decided to tell about some murders that happened but the guys who committed the murders, they are dead now. So he decided to, you know, go ahead and tell about some murders that happened that, you know, that some dead people were responsible for. And to close those cases, they end up giving him his freedom. Now, some people say it's snitching. Some people say it's getting his life back. I mean, why not tell on some dead people and get your time cut in half? You didn't kill those people. But he was going by this code of don't snitch. But those people are dead. So being that he told on those dead people, people like BG, people like Baby, a lot people like Bootsy, they shamed this man for getting his freedom back. This man calls himself TerranceGangstaWilliams. He don't want no problem, no part of the gangster life no more. So let's see what BG was saying when TerranceGangstaWilliams first came home and they seen the paperwork.
And then these niggas coming home and niggas accepting these niggas, man.
Cold case file, baby.
That's why they rebooked you.
Cold case.
On that murder from 13 years ago.
Cold case, homie.
And look, everybody knows what's happening with me, man.
I know what come behind, you know, what I do. You know what I'm saying? I know the consequences and repercussions of what come behind it.
Federal court today, Christopher Dorsey, better known as local rapper B.G., pled guilty today to gun charges. Dorsey admitted that on 2 occasions, including on this YouTube video, he possessed.
Now, this is where BG ended up catching his case from and ended up doing the time that he ended up doing time. He was on YouTube, you know, just doing what a lot of these rappers do, bragging about how much they in the hood, how they stay strapped and all that stuff like that. But then when they get arrested for said gun that they was bragging about they had, then they want to go ahead and tell on somebody else.
Possessed guns, despite being a 3-time convicted felon. He also pled guilty to obstruction of justice for trying to get an associate to claim ownership of the guns.
Salute, Ernest.
Dorsey will remain behind bars until his sentencing in March.
A New Orleans rapper has been sentenced to 14 years in prison for illegal possession of firearms and obstructing justice.
So yeah, he was sentenced to 14 years, y'all. He was sentenced to 14 years. A lot of the young youth don't really know who he is. So, but if you came up in the early 2000s and you was around for the Cash Money movement, you remember BG. He's some people's favorite hot boy. He's some people's least favorite hot boy. In my case, he was my least favorite hot boy. Not taking anything from him. It just wasn't, you know, BG wasn't my, you know, style of a dude. I used to like Lil Wayne. I was a fan of Juvenile, and then I liked Turk a little better than I liked. He was my least favorite hot boy, but hey, I always had the respect from him, especially from the street standpoint. And this is a guy that, you know, pretty much his street cred is everything he has. It's all he got, really.
Christopher Dorsey, also known as BG, was also sentenced to 3 years of supervised release by a federal judge. The 28-year-old pleaded guilty in December to being a felon with a firearm after being caught by the NOPD.
Nigga, I ain't chillin', man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna chill, man. Damn, that black and white don't lie. He don't lie.
The year is 2010. Kentrell Washington, a 27-year-old resident of New Orleans, Louisiana, pled guilty in federal court before U.S. District Judge.
Now, this Kentrell Washington dude, he's going to be the dude that allegedly BG told on in some way, form, or fashion. So y'all keep up with the story. Y'all keep up with the names because we're going to hear these names, you know, over and over. But Kentrell Washington, that's the guy that BG so-called told on.
Sarah Vance to illegally possessing a firearm. According to documents filed in court on June 16th of 2009, NOPD detectives conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle in which Kentrell Washington was the sole back seat passenger. During the subsequent investigation, law enforcement located a bag of green located on the back passenger seat, as well as a 9mm Beretta on the backseat floorboard. Kentrell Washington was facing a possible maximum sentence of 10 years of imprisonment, a $250,000 fine, and 3 years of supervised release. Sentencing was set to be scheduled for May 10th of 2010. If the case were to proceed to trial, the government will prove the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this one-count indictment. In the indictment, the defendant, Kentrell Washington, is charged with knowingly and intentionally possessing and affecting a firearm.
So pretty much, the guy Kentrell Washington was in the back seat of a car that BG was driving. In that back seat, they found some weed and they found a gun under BG's seat. So, you know, the guy in the back seat, he was already a 2-time, 3-time felon. So he was facing up to 10 years in prison for this gun.
Having been convicted of a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year. The government states that it will establish the following through reliable and competent evidence, including testimony from 2 key witnesses. On June 16th of 2009, at approximately 7:20 p.m., Detective Steve Gaudette and Sergeant Ryan Lobrano of the NOPD 6th District Narcotics Unit were on patrol when they would observe a white Ford pickup truck traveling at a high rate of speed on Phillip Street. As the truck neared the Claiborne Avenue and Phillip Street intersection, the detectives would observe the truck disregard the stop sign and turn right on to Claiborne Avenue. The detectives would conduct a traffic stop based on the observed traffic violation. The detectives, who were in an unmarked Chevy Impala equipped with lights and sirens, would turn onto Claiborne Avenue and pull behind the truck with lights and sirens on. Detective Jason German and Brian Phillips would also pull up behind Detective Gaudette and Sergeant Lobrano to assist.
So when they was pulling these guys over, I think they already had an idea of what it was. They knew they was going to find something in this car, because that's why they pulled up with 2 extra cops.
With the stop, the white Ford truck would pull over at the intersection of Josephine and Claiborne. The detectives noticed that once the truck pulled over, the occupants were moving around erratically inside. Detective German would approach the driver's side, while Detectives Gaudette, Phillips, and Sergeant Lobrano would approach the passenger side. Based on the erratic movement, the officers would elect to instruct the occupants to step out of the vehicle for the officer's safety. The individual, later identified as Christopher Dorsey, aka BG, was in the driver's seat, while the front passenger seat was occupied by Dorian Blunt. As the backseat passenger, identified as Contrell Washington, stepped out of the truck, Detective Gaudette would observe in plain view a plastic bag of Reggie. The bag was partially covered by a shirt on the passenger seat. Detective Gaudette would then detain Contrell and retrieve the bag. Once Detective Gaudette recovered the green and stepped away from the truck, Sergeant Lobrano would observe a black barrel protruding from underneath the driver's seat on the back side of the floorboard. Sergeant Lobrano retrieved the weapon and discovered it to be a 9mm Beretta with serial number BER 129-419Z. Once Contrell observed Sergeant Lobrano step away from the truck carrying the Beretta, he would state that the gun and green were his. Contrell would then be placed under arrest.
So, I need y'all to understand that the guy in the back seat, Contrell Washington, he claimed that the gun and the weed was his. That's going to be very important, y'all. He claimed that the gun and the weed was his. Now, according to the street code, if somebody claims that the gun and the weed or whatever the charge might be theirs, the other people in the car, they just supposed to remain silent. You don't say shit. Let that man take what he claimed, and you still don't say shit. You ain't supposed to go testify against this guy or none of that. Now, where they're saying that BG violated this code, the street code, is that he testified to the grand jury everything that this man said about the gun and the weed being his. He followed up on it to say, yeah, that gun and that weed is the man's that's in the back seat. Now, according to the street code, you're snitching if you cooperate with the police. Even if the person that, you know, you cooperated on, y'all agreed that he's going to take the charge. And I'm trying to not be biased in this situation. I'm just telling y'all what it is.
And taken to the 6th District. Detectives would also learn that Contrell was previously convicted of a felony in 2006 in state court in Houston, Texas. On June 12th of 2006, Contrell pled guilty to manufacturing and delivery of a controlled substance under docket number 1030600 and was sentenced to 2 years of imprisonment. As such, Contrell is precluded from ever legally possessing a firearm.
So pretty much Buddy was just getting out of prison on doing a 2-year sentence because he had just got convicted in 06. Now remember, this happened in 09. So this dude, he had pretty much just came home. And again, he's hanging with the rapper BG. For some reason, he's in the hood. He's got weed. He's got a gun in the car. And at the time, this is where BG had just left Cash Money. He stopped messing with Baby. He made the album Heart of the Streets, which was a very hot album. Probably one of the best albums I liked out of him, you know. And he was doing his own thing. He had his own label. So, you know, but, you know, he couldn't leave the streets alone.
Detective German contacted ATL Special Agent Jennifer Dorick, who would arrive at the 6th District Police Station shortly after. Cantrell would again state to Special Agent Dorick that the handgun was his. Cantrell also informed Special Agent Dorick that he obtained the gun from his girlfriend in Houston. Special Agent Dorick would take custody of Cantrell as well as the green and the firearm and federally arrest him for being a felon in possession of a firearm. In addition, both Christopher Dorsey and Dorian Blunt would give statements stating Christopher was driving, Dorian was in the front passenger seat, and Cantrell was in the back seat. Both individuals would also give statements that they were unaware that there was a firearm in the vehicle. They would both also confirm that the firearm was Cantrell's and that Cantrell admitted to the firearm being his and that he obtained the firearm from his girlfriend. Finally, Cantrell would admit that on June 16th of 2009, he was in possession of the above-mentioned firearm.
So once again, the dude in the back seat, which is Cantrell Washington, he agreed to take the gun charge. He told them, hey, I take the gun charge was mine, the weed is mine, all that. And pretty much what the other two guys did, they confirmed to the police, hey, we didn't know that there was a gun in the car. If that guy told you it was his, it's his. They was willing to testify to that. The same way Gunna was in court and he said that he's willing to testify against Young Thug, that YSL is a gang. Everybody is calling him a snitch, even though he hasn't actually got up in front of the court yet and said, hey, that the gun, the drugs, whatever they caught when they caught him and Young Thug, he hasn't actually said that it was Young Thug. He just said it wasn't his. And being that Young Thug took the charges, now he could say, oh yeah, that was Young Thug shit. Oh yeah, YSL is a game. They calling him a snitch. But this man is pretty much in the same kind of situation. Is he a snitch or not? Because the man just took a charge, and the other people in the car are now, you know, going to saying, hey, yeah, that was his. He says his, that was his. It wasn't mine. Oh, will you be willing to come testify to that? Yeah, I will be. I will be willing to come take the stand if I have to. That's pretty much what they told the police. The feds.
And he acknowledged that said conduct constitutes violation of his status as a convicted felon. What y'all think? Is that snitching or not? Dude took his charge for the blick and the trees. Doogie did give a statement saying that he would testify in court that the blick and the trees were for Dude. The case never went to trial, so Doogie never took the stand to testify. Is giving a statement to them dicks saying that he would testify in court snitching? Let me know in the comments section. Stay plugged.
All right, y'all. So, you know, I just wanted all y'all to know the story of what happened that day. That day when everybody got hemmed up for the gun or whatever. Now, you think that Baby didn't know about this? You think that other people didn't know about this? Nah, they knew. It's just that as long as you playing ball with them, it's all good. As long as you're willing to make money for Birdman and all that shit like that, it's all good. But the minute that BG made a statement that he's willing to, that he wants to rock out on his own, he doesn't want to, he wants to be a solo artist, that's when all of a sudden, that's when all of a sudden, now he's a snitch. And I'm not saying that he's not, but I'm just saying y'all niggas knew this. But, you know, as long as somebody rocking with you and all that stuff like that, they totally fine with that. And I'm going to tell y'all, this is why I think that, you know, now it's just a campaign. Y'all know how Wack do. You know, if Wack trying to protect somebody, he's going to attack somebody else. And I think now this is just an attack on BG. Even though I'm not saying he's not a snitch. I'm not saying he is. But he still violated the code according to how they say the code is. But why they didn't have nothing to say until he decided that he wanted to stay independent. Now, this is from Clubhouse. Y'all know I still keep my ears to Clubhouse. So just listen to how Wack describes BG now before they started claiming that he was a rat.
Calling BG a rat, man. He claims they did a deep dive on BG and the work ain't adding up, man. They claiming they got some smut on BG name, but I'm not gonna speak for Wack100, man. I'm gonna play the clip, let y'all hear it for yourselves, and y'all can catch me at the end of the video with the politics and what I think, man. Let's just get into it. Gang.
A bag when he come home. How about a nigga making sure you got 15, 20 on your books at all times, right? How about I don't owe you nothing? How about when you come home, here you go. He didn't put no paperwork in front of the nigga. Here you go. So, but when he did that video right there, that was some disloyal. But I know why he did the video. Do y'all know why he did the video? Nah, because he don't even know. He at that time, he didn't know we know. He knew what it was. He come home, right? And one nigga give him some play. Who gave him some play?
Gucci.
Gucci lost his mind. All Gucci did was, so you saying, okay, well, Stunning and did whatever it is, I'm keeping my options open. What options?
Yeah, Gucci got in that head quick.
So here's the real problem right here. It ain't about B.G snitching. It's about that B.G did an interview and somebody asked him, was he with Cash Money? He like, well, I only been home 3 months. I want to, you know what I'm saying, explore my options. You know, Gucci Man had offered him something, gave him a little something, you know, so now he's feeling like, well, shit, you know, there's other people out here want to sign me. I ain't got to sign the Birdman, but Birdman was the one that was taking care of him while he was locked up. Birdman, the one that picked him up from the jailhouse. I mean, picked him up when he got out, got him all fresh, all that stuff like that. So now Birdman feels like, nigga, I own you. But BG like, hold up, swole up. Yeah, you might have looked out for me and all that stuff like that, but that don't mean I'm signed to you. That don't mean I got to do what you asking me to do. You know, I want to explore my options. So now, all of a sudden, some paperwork coming out. You telling me y'all didn't know about this paperwork already? But y'all see how Wack talking right now? He's telling y'all, the nigga violated. He violated by doing that interview, saying that he didn't need, he rather go on his own and all that, and they feeling like he's being disloyal. So now it's time to smear your name.
Nah, I don't think Gucci got in his head. I think he got in his own head looking at Gucci. Yeah, Gucci just showing niggas some love.
That's it.
In that situation, I believe what they did, like a little album together or something. Nevertheless, you know, I felt like the paperwork on the table. And before I let my brother dive in pool that got a concrete bottom a foot down, I gotta put it on the table. I mean, you know. I woke up and they said, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. I read it. I said, okay, maybe I'm tripping. I sent it to Beast. Beast said, Wack, you ain't tripping. So I called Stunner. I said, Stunner, whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah, you right, Steady Grinding. For him just saying little small shit like that, a little album. Yeah, that's that hater shit there. A little album. Anytime somebody got to put a little something in front of one of your hard-working projects, that mean they might have a little resentment for it.
He said, Wack, what happened? I said, you seen the video where he said Indy? He said, no, I didn't. And I don't believe that exists. I said, okay. I got the phone.
Now, you see, Wack called Birdman to say, do you see where BG said that he an independent artist? Can you believe this nigga talking about he independent now after everything you did for him? Birdman like, nah, I don't believe no shit like that. Hell nah, I know that nigga ain't say no shit like that. Wack like, all right. So Wack gonna steer the pot. Listen to this, man. This nigga told me he ended. Oh yeah? Handle that. Handle that. Now guess what? Now BG a snitch.
So, Stunner been calling me like 17,000 times. I won't answer. Because Stunner know if I told him about the video, and he know I seen the video, Stunner know I'm about to do some crazy. And Stunner being as big-hearted as he is,
And I think Wack is capped right here. Him and Stunner put together this plan, but he wants to make sure Stunner hand is clean in this shit. You want to try to act like he just doing this on his own. I don't believe that for one fucking second.
probably want to stop me. At this point in time, I'd rather just do the crazy, get scolded, talk to about it, but at least the crazy is done. So I'm not answering Birdman's calls. I answered yesterday and I lined him up. He tried to get me on no jumper. See, he tried to get me and I answered. I said, what's up? He said, I need to. I said, you're live on No Jumper. Swear to God, y'all gonna see when it come out. You're live on No Jumper. He couldn't talk to me about what he wanted to talk to me about. He had to go into character. He called me back after that all night. God was working. I left my phone at No Jumper.
Oh, man, so what's going on here, man? No paperwork presented, but they...
So I just wanted y'all to hear that, just to, you know, just to follow through with the story. Now, after that was announced, hey, BG over here hollering that he independent. I told Stunner was giving me a call and all that stuff. Here's the live.
How are designers?
Let me show y'all what Wack100 was talking about when Birdman called him.
Uh-oh. Who's over whooping now?
Yo, Stunner, you live. What's up, bro? You live? You live? These people think I'm fronting. I told them you gonna come up here to No Jumper with me when you in town. He can hear you. Well, you let Adam know that I get the support.
Look, telling Adam I'm looking forward to with him. I don't want his publishing. Stop playing with me like that. I'm a real live gangster. He can sign everything else over to me, but I don't.
So this is the situation that Wack was talking about. I just want to show y'all that real quick. That's the situation that Wack was talking about. Now, let's get to the next Clubhouse Live when they start attacking BG's character. For the sole fact that all of a sudden
What's the
BG
word, y'all? Always watching
claiming
TV,
that
back with another exclusive.
Claiming that he's not a part. That he's not
hold up, what it
that
do?
He's an independent artist. Now let's listen to the slander and the campaign that they start on the man.
Brock.
Let's get to the content.
It's right.
Salute to Ray Gibbs TV. Yeah, if y'all want to catch any Clubhouse news, y'all can go check him out on Ray Gibbs TV.
Gibbs TV.
Matrix.
BG is a rat.
That's a fact, shit. If you say it, that's a fact. I don't know. What do you do?
You said, Brock. You said anything BG related fall on your plate. You said that, Brock.
I said I'm riding with Cash Money. I definitely said I'm riding with Cash Money, so you right.
No. We got
right.
footage where he said he independent. He ain't Cash Money.
Oh, he ain't.
See, there you go. He came in and said, BG a rat. And then somebody said, well, yeah, I'm riding with BG, anything Cash Money. And now the first thing Wack brings up is, nah, you know, you heard what BG said. He's independent. He's not Cash Money. So you can tell what this is all about.
He ain't Cash Money now? Oh, that's what the green light.
I got the clip.
The green light coming. It's going.
Wait, you said what?
Let me mute up.
You want to hear the clip?
Please?
Whack all of us. That. Who in here for sound? Rosetta and them in here?
So they're going to play the clip of BG, you know, telling in an interview that he's independent.
Rosetta? That's my idea, Rosetta. That's my partner. Boy, y'all better leave Rosetta alone. Who was that?
P on stage. Somebody brought P.
I said, y'all ain't slow. Y'all like the whack on BG ass.
Already know.
I know that he's supposed to be.
This is crazy. Yeah, I gotta hear this
BG is
audio.
definitely a rat. We're definitely gonna play the content. Rosetta's getting it together. We definitely got Wack here. We got exclusive content.
See, now Wack has him and his minions on BG head. This is how the campaign go out on you when you violate Wack or somebody he fuck with. He go to his room over there on Clubhouse. He got about 200 minions that's gonna, you know, pile on to anything he say. Anything he say, they're gonna ride with it. It's just like Kwame team.
Content. So
you know, on the Rick and Chopper's record, I noticed that you made a point of saying on the song that you're independent.
Hold on, y'all. They had a very low audio, but they gonna play it again where it's louder.
Right? Why? Independent.
That audio turned up, or see if we can.
They asked him about it, and he definitely
Okay, they about to replay it right here.
denied being part of Cash Money. I definitely heard that, but I want to hear it crisper too. We're gonna get it crisp.
Beast, was that in an interrogation room or something?
That was, I don't know where. That sounded like an interrogation room. I'm not gonna lie. Did you hear how it was?
And they know damn well that ain't no damn interrogation room, but anything to slander the man just a little bit more.
And I know y'all probably going. Oh, so hold on. So just to be clear, this isn't in an interrogation room. This is him and Gucci Mane having an interview.
Yeah.
Out in the public type shit.
It's on YouTube.
Can you say
BG was mad at everybody for calling him zesty. I ain't gonna lie, BG. You was a lot of people were trying to help you out when you first got out, trying to do. And now you want to disown the motherfuckers that really wanted to look out.
And that's how they feel, cause BG was out here looking all zesty, and guess who defended him? Wack, and you know everybody else or whatever. The whole Wack100 room, they was defending him and everything because they felt like he came out and he was gonna be a part of what Birdman got going on. But now that this man done said that he independent, they feeling like he's being unloyal. So now, here comes the campaign.
You's a bitch, straight up. And you got paperwork on you. I read it. I ain't gonna lie, it's nasty work.
Say it ain't so, B Jizzle. Come on, man. This is nasty work. I thought everything was good with him too, man. You know what I mean? He's been doing his thing, doing his features, and then he hooks up with Gucci Mane and tells him that after Birdman done blessed you with $1 million fresh out the can? What? Man, make it make sense.
Y'all see? A whole bunch of niggas windmilling for another nigga. These niggas don't get paid $9 from Birdman, but they'll do this part for free.
Oh no, this is nasty, man. What do you guys think? Let's get back to the content.
Yeah, he says he's independent, and he says he's not a part of Cash Money. So we want that audio. We have it. We got it already. We got the content already, but we just want to hear it in a clearer aspect. You know what I mean?
Basically, Slim. Basically, he's the puppet master for a bunch of zombies, just like we see with Panacoon. Niggas want to be down with something, all for free.
Well, what are y'all thoughts on that in general, just across the fucking board? Cause that's.
Andrew, I want you guys to understand.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Beast.
We cut the work. We got the work. Hey, he a rat too. He denying being part of Cash Money. He doing a lot of weird.
Right. Why did you decide to go that route instead of going like Cash Money? Or was an offer presented to you? Right. Why did you decide to go that route instead of going like Cash Money? Or was an offer presented to you?
I mean, I haven't been home nothing but 2.5 months. You know what I'm saying? Not even 3 months yet. So, I just want to test the waters. Really, I want to show, what I can do on my own. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't want to rush into nothing. You know what I mean? So keep my options open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Why do you think you're so decisive when it comes to artists? I feel like when you make that decision, you want to rock with somebody. You just execute.
Okay, Theodore, you good. That's all we needed. Okay.
See, that's all they need. That's all they need to hear. All this man said was, you know, I only been out 2.5 months, man. I just want to, you know, show that I could do my own thing and all that. Yeah, Birdman gave him a so-called $1 million when he got out, took him shopping, been dropping money on his books, all that stuff like that. But you never had this man sign a contract saying that he's going to be a part of your label. And everybody knew that BG was going to be hot when he got out. So now that he don't want to do that, now all of a sudden he a bitch ass nigga, he a rat, he a this and that, this and that. And so what Wack100 did is when this guy that's locked up started speaking up, because he turned around and he tried to appeal his case. And in the mix of him trying to appeal his case, he couldn't appeal it because of the fact that BG and the other person that was in the car, they already went in front of the grand jury and told their side of the story. They already testified, yeah, that was his gun. So he can't go back and get his time cut now because they gave statements to the grand jury. Not in court, not in a trial, but to the grand jury. If anybody know anything about catching any charges or whatever, you have to be indicted before it can go to court. And the way you get indicted is by the grand jury agreeing that this trial should be able to go forward. So they got to see what kind of evidence you have of going forward. So the part of the evidence that the feds had on the man that was in the backseat that claimed the gun charge was the testimony of BG and the other guy. Now, in some people's book, you going to testify in front of the grand jury, you're snitching. To other people, all the thing you're doing is agreeing to testify, but you didn't have to actually testify because the man didn't go to trial, so you technically didn't snitch. This is where those selective politics come in at. Because from my understanding, if you went in front of the grand jury, you told them what they need to know where they can indict this man, and now this man is doing time because of, you know, your statement, you pretty much snitched. You pretty much snitched. But it depends on who you are. If you're a rapper, you didn't snitch, you snitch. You're a regular person like TerranceGangstaWilliams, which is Baby's real brother, and he told on some dead people so he can get out of his life sentence. They disown him. Wack calls him a rat, a snitch. So Wack is trying to make sure he keep it down the middle. But like I say, they already knew this about BG. They was willing to sweep this under the table until BG decided that, hey, I'm independent, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I want to weigh my options and all of that stuff there. That's when it went left.
Crazy.
So you want to keep your options open when this man extended the olive branch straight out of prison? Like, here, come on, man. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Holding him down the whole time.
Holding him down. And now you need to know where you're going to sign to?
Man, he had blessed him with a bag when he came home. He had did all this, that.
Why they always do that, Brock?
How you testing the water? Why you ain't test the water while you was locked up, bro? Cause why you ain't keep it real in that situation, nigga? That's what I'm finna do. This my move. I ain't gonna lie, BG. Come on, man. Cause I mean, on some shit like.
But y'all see how they lining them up? Y'all see how this go? Wack brought it to the table. Now you let these niggas conversate about it, and then you give the paperwork to 1090 Jake, and we're about to listen to 1090 Jake, how he broke it off to the world. Y'all know once 1090 Jake put it out there, 1090 Jake got close to 1 million subscribers. So it goes out to everybody, to all of these hood blogs and everything. That's where you get to the point where you could have been a small rat, but once 1090 Jake put it out there on you, it's a wrap.
Business is business, but what you doing, that ain't stand up, BG. That ain't stand up. That's starting to look like that shit they was saying when they said what they said. And rumor has it that you was telling. Mute up, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
That shit sound weird, man.
We done seen though. Watch when this shit drop. Watch when this shit drop. It's already been said. You heard it. BG's a rat. I heard BG's a rat.
Put it out. They don't have a certain shit set up like
what you? Give me an example.
Hold on.
Hey Brock.
What's up, huh?
BG a rat.
Exactly.
Just like that.
But you see,
just like that.
Just like that, bro. Hey man, what this nigga over here talking about, bro?
Who?
What you talking about? He talking about Birdman, not corporate, bro. What you talking about?
That's
Who
not what I
said that?
said, bro. I said he probably just gave him some bread just because, like, what if he had royalty money and he looked out for him type shit?
No,
Slow
bro.
down.
Now that's what it should have been. Here's somebody that's coming with basic logic. What if he owed that man some bread? That's why he was taking care of him all that time. What if he owed him some bread when he came home? That's why he looked out for him and everything. But they looking at it like, oh man, this man looked out for you. Now you owe this man his life. You owe this man some kind of loyalty.
That's a lawyer that come through that, bro. That's
Wait,
not that.
slow down. You said, what if he what?
Like, had old money or something when he gave him a bag when he came home. Not saying that he did.
Okay, well, let me clear this up. Fuck a bag when he come home. Where Drewby? Drewby in here?
Giving it to him. He was in there.
Is Drewby in here?
Drewby was just in here. I'll pick him back
He
in.
is on stage.
Fuck a bag when he come home. How about a nigga making sure you got 15, 20 on your books at all times? Right? How about I don't owe you nothing? How about when you come home, here you go. He didn't put no paperwork in front of you, nigga. Here you go. So, but when he did that video right there, that was some disloyal shit.
And that's how they feel, y'all. That's how they feel. That's why this campaign is out right now, in my opinion. Because they already knew about this paperwork. Trust me, this shit ain't just came out.
But I know why he did the video. Do y'all know why he did the video?
Because he told.
Because he a rat.
Because he don't even know. He at that time, he didn't know we know. He knew what it was. He come home, right? And one nigga give him some play. Who gave him some play?
Gucci.
He lost his mind. All Gucci did was, so you saying, okay, well, fuck what Undernin did, fuck what's going on, fuck with the, whatever it is. I'm keeping my options open. What options?
Yeah, Gucci got in that head quick.
Nah, I don't think Gucci got in his head. I think he got in his own head looking at Gucci.
He got big head.
Yeah, Gucci definitely didn't. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, Gucci just showing niggas some love.
That's it.
In that situation, I believe what they did, like a little album together or something. What they did, nevertheless, you know, I felt like the paperwork on the table. And before I let my brother dive into a motherfucking pool that got a concrete bottom a foot down, I gotta put it on the table. I mean, you know, I woke up and they said, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. I read it. I said, okay, maybe I'm tripping. I sent it to Beast.
Now, Beast is that weird sounding dude that always, this nigga is the biggest dick ride I ever seen. But he did a lot of time. He knows how to get in line for the gang. So he's worked his way up the ladder. You know, he's kind of like the butt naked screamer is to Panacoon. He did all the meat gobbling he needed to do to get himself in position. Now he's just he's the yard dog for the yard dog.
B said, Wack, you ain't tripping.
He ain't tripping at all. Wack ain't tripping at all. I done ready. I got the work. I ain't even tripping.
That's the Beast dude right there. That's the dude he was talking about. He just agree anything Wack say. Anytime somebody come on that Wack don't like, he start calling them bitch ass niggas. He talk about your mama and all that. He kind of like how Pillsbury Homeboy is. He do all the dirty work. Ain't got no life except for, you know, wait for this man.
I'm tripping. Am I tripping?
He ain't tripping.
Right? So I called Stunner. I said, Stunner, whoop de whoop. He said, Wack, what happened? I said, you seen the video where he said Indy? He said, no, I didn't. And I don't believe that exists. I said,
And for the fact that Baby said, no, I don't believe he did that, and I don't believe that exists. That tells you right there that it's an issue if it do exist.
okay, I got off the phone. So, Stunner been calling me like 17,000 times. I won't answer. Because Stunner know if I told him about the video, and he know I seen the video, Stunner know I'm about to do some crazy shit. And Stunner being as big-hearted as he is, he probably want to stop me. At this point in time, I'd rather just do the crazy shit, get scolded, talk to about it, but at least the crazy shit is done. Y'all see how that shit work? Beast used to do it to me all the time. Yo, Beast, stop fucking around in that room over there. He going over there fucking around in that room. I know they gonna know I'm full of shit.
It's already out there, can't
He said that shit he said.
bad.
I don't like that shit.
I'm more concerned about it.
I don't like.
He's telling you right here. He said that shit. He said, I don't like that shit. That mean Birdman don't like that shit, but Birdman ain't gonna say it. He'll let this nigga do all the talking, all the walking, all the bullshit, and he gonna try to keep his hands clean. Because he still gotta worry about what people back at home gonna think. So the only how you can get rid of this nigga, since this nigga talking about he ain't gonna be loyal to you, you put a jacket on that nigga. Oh, you wanna go on and do your own thing? I tell you what, go do your own thing out there in that cold, but put this jacket on you. Ain't that the same thing Panacoon did to me? Oh, nigga, you ain't gonna be a nigga, a blind nigga for me? I tell you what, go out there in the cold and what they try to do, put a jacket on me. Try to make me walk around with a jacket to try to affect my money. Now this is what we gonna see if BG a real stand-up dudes, cause if he gonna peep this play.
Like that you really said that after Stunner did all he did for you, and you couldn't represent where you come from and what's supporting you.
And this how narcissistic minds think, y'all. This is how the gangs work. This is how alpha males work.
So now I got to.
Yeah, he biting the hand, huh?
So I'm not answering Birdman's calls. I answered yesterday and I lined him up. He tried to.
See that right here? I believe he's lying. Birdman know everything. Nigga, you think you coming on here and gonna sit here and play with Birdman? They ain't like that. Oh yeah, I ain't answer his call. I been dodging him. I'm doing something he don't want to do. All that shit, man. Please, nigga. Birdman know exactly what this nigga doing.
To get me on no jumper. He tried to get me and I answered. I said, what's up? He said, I need to. I said, you're live on No Jumper. I swear to God, y'all gonna see when it come out. You're live on No Jumper. He couldn't talk to me about what he wanted to talk to me about. He had to go into character. He called me back after that all night. God was working. I left my phone at No Jumper.
Yo, this nigga.
So I got.
Now you really think he'll play with Birdman and come on Clubhouse to tell these niggas this shit? Man, come on, stop it. About playing with who Birdman claim is like his son. He can't do no wrong to him. But you putting this type of jacket on his son and he don't agree with it. He's trying to stop you, but you doing it anyway. Talking about you know, doing this for me. Nah, this a play, nigga. Only the real gonna see this one though.
Got my phone from No Jumper, saw 7 calls from Stunner. So what do? Go to Clubhouse and I make the announcement. BG is a rat. Wack, you better start this shit, cause this nigga, he'll show up at my house next. You know where I live at? Like I know where he live at.
Oh shit, y'all niggas crazy.
Yeah, I get there cause you can't just get in his house, but my name down there so the security know to let me up. They called and tell him, yo, Wack100 just came here in the penthouse. And then he'll text me and say, I ain't coming home for a month. I'm like, that's cool. I'm enjoying the scenery. Oh, no, he weird too. Yo, if R&B was in there, she'd tell you. And everything went for like 20 minutes. Then he said, all right, Neff, you got a point. You know, I love you, you hear? We out there.
Man, sound like them two dudes got a tight relationship, you know.
And that's just what he want them to think. Now let's go to where shit hit the fan. But because of this situation right here, y'all clearly heard Wack just flat out say it. BG is a rat. Birdman did not want me to put this out there just yet because I guess they wanted to let it sink in a little bit. They want to get all the details, all the paperwork. All y'all doing is talking right now. Y'all already done tried to call the man gay. Now you're trying to call him a rat. What's going on? Who did he tell on? Okay, it is in document that he went and testified to the grand jury who gets you an indictment. Every nigga that ever been locked up knows this. The people who might have not have been locked up, they might not know this, but anybody who ever been locked up know you get charged and all your evidence and stuff goes to the grand jury. Once they go to the grand jury, if they got enough to indict you, they can indict you, and then you start going to trial. Now, when you're dealing something with like a murder or a robbery or something like that, that could take up to about 6 months to a year. If you got 2 murders, it might could take 2 years, 18 months, something like that. But if you got something as simple as a gun charge, it could take up to maybe 30 days to 60 days, depending on where you stay at. So, this guy that has this gun charge, who is a 2-time, 3-time, I don't know, but he had previous gun charge. He had just got out 2 months prior to this case. BG is a 2-3-time felon, and even though he was just in a video flashing the gun, not really understanding how the internet works, that's probably why they got pulled over. They happen to have some weed in the back. We're gonna hear the guy say he didn't know about the weed and shit, but the gun was his. Cool. But like I say, when he first went to trial, he lost on the gun charge, but he wanted to do an appeal. In the appeal, he realized that the state used BG and the other passenger statement that they gave as far as to the grand jury, which allowed them to indict him on the gun, is what will stop him from beating his charge. So if he wouldn't have did the indictment stuff, he wouldn't have to not be able to come back and beat this charge. But at the same time, if y'all agree that you're going to take the gun charge, would that include him also telling the people, hey, that's his gun, he's taking the gun charge, and I'm willing to testify to that because me and this guy already have an understanding of that. So that's where the line is being drawn right now, y'all. I hope I explained that where y'all can understand what's going on. Now, let's go to our next presentation, evidence or whatever the content that we got going on. We're gonna go to 1090J.
Watch NHL.
1090J, how he presented this to the world, because this was Wack claimed that he gave 1090J the paperwork, and you know, he even though he usually have a problem with 1090J, but in this effort to go at BG, disclaim BG, Wack has linked up with 1090J because 1090J went to go find the paperwork. 1090J claimed he got over 200 pages of paperwork, and he does this, in my opinion, at a fair assessment. In my opinion, well, I'll tell my opinion after the video. That way y'all don't judge your opinion by how he presented this case. So I'm gonna let y'all see how 1090J presented what's going on with BG, and then we'll move on to the next point of this presentation.
One of the last rappers anyone would have thought would get exposed is now under investigation over snitching accusations. Louisiana legend BG, who was just released from federal prison less than 3.
Now, we do remember this scene right here. This is what was viral. This was Baby picking BG up when BG was getting out of prison. And this almost seemed like the deal with the devil, I guess, because, you know, if he ain't signed with the man, there got to be a reason. Yeah, he wasn't fucking with him before he went into prison.
3 months ago, is now being accused of the unthinkable. Serving 11 of his 14-year sentence, BG has been a staple for gangster rappers holding it down and taking their time to the chin.
So what would diminish his career more than anything else? Putting a jacket on him that he snitched. They already done tried him with the gay shit. You know what I mean? Like, they already on his top. They throw your shit. When you go up, you must come down.
Interviews with former inmates would describe the rapper walking tall in general population on some of the deadliest federal prison yards. So why all of a sudden is he now being exposed? To fully understand, we'll have to go all the way back to July 16th, 2009. It was 7:20 p.m. and the NOPD narcotics unit was on patrol when they observed a white Ford truck traveling at a high rate of speed through the Central City neighborhood of New Orleans. Disregarding a stop sign, detectives conducted a traffic stop, finding much more than they anticipated. They would notice the occupants of the truck were moving erratically inside. Asking them to step out of the vehicle, the driver would be identified as Christopher Dorsey, and more commonly known as BG. The front passenger would be identified as Darian Blunt and the back passenger as Kentrell Washington. As Kentrell stepped out of the back of the truck, a detective could observe in plain view a plastic bag appearing to contain marijuana. The bag was partially covered by a t-shirt on the back passenger seat. Washington would be detained as the detective retrieved a large Ziploc bag containing 446 grams of marijuana.
Now, 446 grams of marijuana. So we're not talking about, you know, a little bag or something like this or something like that. We're talking about, you know, somewhere around a little bit over half a pound. Or under a half a pound. So it wasn't like it was just a little tiny bit of weed, but a gun and some weed though. And this man's supposed to be taking the charge. But now all of a sudden he's saying, hey, I took the charge, but the nigga still wasn't supposed to go out there and testify that the shit is mine. He just supposed to just say, I plead the fifth. Supposed to ain't say shit at all, according to the street code.
Stepping away from the truck, the detective then observed a black barrel protruding from underneath the driver's seat. Immediately upon seeing the officer retrieve the 9mm Beretta 92 FS, Kentrell Washington would state that gun and weed is mine. Washington, who's a convicted felon, was then arrested and taken to the 6th District Police Station for booking. He'd again inform NOPD officers as well as a federal
about 5-6 ounces. 5-6 ounces.
ATF agent named Special Agent Dorick that the handgun was his and that he had in fact obtained the gun from his girlfriend Trina Jones, who brought him the gun from Houston to New Orleans a month prior. Agent Dorick took possession of the handgun and marijuana.
But ain't that snitching though right there? The nigga that, you know what I'm saying, he's snitching on his girl. They don't count that as snitching if you snitching on your girl. Telling that she brought you a gun from Houston to wherever you at knowing that you a felon. I believe that's a federal crime also. So these niggas be snitching, but then be talking about other niggas snitching. This shit amazing. Am I the only one caught that? That's just like the nigga, the yellow nigga. You snitching on your girl, but talking about you ain't snitching on your own boy.
While taking custody of Washington and federally arresting him. In addition, both BG and Blunt would testify that BG was driving, Blunt was the front passenger, and Kentrell was in the back. BG and Blunt would testify they were unaware there was a firearm in the vehicle, and they would both confirm the firearm was Washington's, that Washington admitted to officers the firearm was his, and that he obtained the firearm from his girlfriend. Washington would be charged the following day on one count of being a felon in possession of a firearm. November 3rd, 2009. Only 3 months after Washington would be arrested, BG would find himself in the back seat of a Chevy Tahoe that was pulled over. Gerard Fedison, also known as Fetty, was driving with Damon Pollard in the front passenger. Officers observed the butt of a gun under the center console of the Tahoe before asking if there was any firearms in the vehicle. All 3 men said no. Removing the men, officers recovered a 9mm Ruger P89, a Stoger 40 cal, and an FN57.
So hold up, they find 3 guns? That's a lot of damn shots, my nigga. Hold on, we ain't talking about 1 gun here. We talking about 3 guns. So did he claim all 3 guns?
All 3 guns were equipped with extended magazines. Further investigation would reveal the Chevy Tahoe they were riding in was stolen.
What would you say to someone who's unsure about using shot?
Hold on, I know he ain't about to say the Tahoe's stolen. Come on now. This nigga got a hot ass album in the streets, riding around with 3 stolen guns, a little bit over a QP of weed, and a stolen motherfucking car.
FN57. All 3 guns were equipped with extended magazines. Further investigation would reveal the Chevy Tahoe they were riding in was stolen, and one of the firearms was also reported stolen.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
You stupid.
Really, man? It's 2009, man. This was like when the nigga that made Heart of the Streets. After Heart of the Streets.
A New Orleans PD sergeant would arrive on scene when Pollard said, "The weapons are for us because they tried to jack my boy out of his jewelry," referring to BG. Pollard also stated the drugs in the car were his, as officers recovered pills inside of a Tylenol bottle. Officers spoke with
Okay, so they got pills also.
Fetty, who stated he got the car earlier that day from a guy he knew as Charles. All 3 men would be placed under arrest. ATF agents would review phone calls made by Fetty in jail. The day after they were arrested, Fetty called his grandmother, who placed him on a 3-way with his girlfriend. On the recorded jail call that issues a warning saying the call is recorded, Fetty would tell her he, BG, and Pollard were at a daiquiri shop when they saw the police. Fetty said he forgot about the guns when he jumped in the truck, and when police got behind him, he closed the stash spot. Fetty said, "I keep a gun. I would rather be living than dead." He'd say he needs to talk to BG because the police report said BG threw a gun down, and he said BG's stupid for having a gun on him. The next day, Fetty would call his girlfriend.
Now, remember, they got all that on video. They got all that on video, so he done kind of self-snitched on himself too. So, you know, doing all this exposing of BG, he kind of exposing himself.
Telling her where he stashes guns in the truck, and that Pollard doesn't have any convictions. His girlfriend would tell him Pollard could write a letter from jail saying the guns were his and that she could get the letter notarized. Fetty would then say he was going to get Pollard to sign an affidavit. He'd then say, "You know ain't no fucking gun was for that dude," meaning that the guns actually belonged to BG and Fetty. He'd continue on saying plenty of things he shouldn't over a jail phone before speaking with BG, as the two expressed concern over the feds picking up the case. 2 days later, Fetty would call BG, who made bond and was released from the New Orleans Parish Prison. On November 9th, Fetty told BG to get Pollard out of jail so Pollard can sign the affidavit stating the guns were his. They believed if Pollard took responsibility for the guns, then the charges against them would be dismissed, and because Pollard had no prior convictions, the punishment would be less severe. Fetty
3 guns though? it would be less severe. Hold on, man. Something ain't making sense.
He would reassure BG, telling him he always gets affidavits signed, and as soon as it's signed, he'll be out of jail. Fetty would tell BG to put money on Pollard's bond, then make Pollard hustle for the rest. November 24th, 2009. Pollard would sign the false affidavit stating Fetty and BG had no knowledge of the guns or drugs recovered from the vehicle, but witnesses would testify that BG brought him to the location and was with him when he signed the document. Furthermore, a cooperating witness would testify that BG provided money to Fetty while he was in jail and assisted in getting Pollard out of jail so Pollard could sign the fake affidavit. As federal agents continued to investigate, they discovered 3 YouTube videos of BG filmed on the same day. During these videos, BG is with several associates out on the street talking about their lives. In the first video, BG would shout out several incarcerated friends. In the second video, Fetty would pull 2 firearms while BG pulls 1, and Pollard can also be seen pulling a firearm.
Who that is?
Ah, damn, my bad, y'all. I had my damn mic muted. But this is what I was mentioning when I was saying we seen this video earlier today where he's got the gun, he's pulling the gun out, and we seen Bootsy do the same thing. You know, walking around with the gun in his waist and everything like you're not a convicted felon. Then be surprised when the folks is on your ass.
Problems we got this.
That's Fetty. That's Fetty when the 2FA like I got the dick on one. You know, I got this here one on one. I got that beam on this one. This real life shit.
Now you a felon. Like this ain't what niggas used to do in the 90s and shit though. Niggas ain't used to get in front of the camera with all that shit. But it was a little era where niggas was getting on camera with guns and shit and it was cool and nothing was happening. So these niggas done got too comfortable. I mean, come on, bro. You know you ex-con.
In the third video, BG, Fetty, and their group are still on the same corner when they start to rap about not cooperating with police and not snitching. Fetty then appears with a bandana over his face and 2 firearms, while BG can again be seen with a firearm. BG would be indicted by the feds in April of 2011 on 2 counts of felon in possession of a firearm. 1 count for the gun in the YouTube video and another for the 3 guns in the vehicle. He'd also be hit with a 3rd count of tampering with the witness for getting Pollard to sign the fake affidavit. In August of 2012, BG would be sentenced to 168 months or 14 years in federal prison. Now, at no point within BG's sentencing transcripts would he receive any point reduction for cooperation, and at no point was there a 5K1 in his case showing cooperation. So when the actual...
Now, see, that's important. That 5K1 and, you know, any kind of cooperation, there was none of that in the man paperwork for that case.
Case BG went to prison for, he never cooperated and received a hefty sentence. But BG isn't accused of actually snitching in the case he went to prison for. BG is accused of testifying in the first arrest. Back when...
Now, listen to what 1090 Jake is saying, because what a lot of the blogs did is just run with it and said 1090 Jake said this man snitching. He just said no. He just agreed to testify. That's a fact. It's backed by evidence.
When Kentrell Washington took responsibility for the gun and the weed, saying they were his and he got the gun from his girlfriend, BG and the 3rd man would repeat exactly what Kentrell already told the officers. The wording used in the paperwork would state, in addition, Both Dorsey and Darian Blunt would testify that Dorsey was driving, Blunt was in the front passenger seat, and Washington was in the back seat. Both individuals would testify that they were unaware there was a firearm in the vehicle, and they would both confirm that the firearm was Washington's, that Washington admitted to officers the firearm was his, and that he had obtained the firearm from his girlfriend. Many have become confused on the wording of this paragraph, specifically would testify. They compared this case to Gunner, in which Gunner received a plea deal and agreed to testify if called upon, but this isn't the same for BG. Kentrell Washington never went to trial, leading many to assume BG never testified. But they
Now, I guess, yeah, I did compare that, and I still compare it, but at the same time, he's right. They're not going to trial. But if you're going to the grand jury, you still testified, so you still got on some kind of stand. So, I mean, I'm not in the street, so, I mean, I just thought that that's what it meant. That's all I'm saying.
It would also be wrong. Within Washington's proceeding transcripts, specifically page 3, his public defender Jocelyn would state, "Now Mr. Washington was the one who was charged. I think the government could clear it up more, but I believe BG was given subpoenas to appear for the grand jury in connection with this proceeding. I do not know if he was actually called to testify, but I do believe he received 2 subpoenas to come to court." The U.S. attorney or federal prosecutor Mr. Vitas would state, both passengers that were in the vehicle were put before the grand jury. This would confirm both BG and Darian Blunt went before a grand jury. Now, a grand jury is a private proceeding used to determine if enough evidence exists to bring charges against the suspect. With 6
Now, see, this is a good presentation because, see, he broke down what a grand jury consists of. 16 to 23 citizens who hear the evidence. So if you don't bring the evidence, then they're going to say throw that case out. But if your evidence is somebody coming and testifying to say, yeah, that's his. But, you know, to his credit, he did dodge 1 or 2 subpoenas, but now they threatening to probably lock him up or give him the gun charge. Which they still probably would have beat if none of them had the gun on them. But I don't know. This is where it get tricky in the, you know what I'm saying, in the streets.
16 to 23 grand jurors present, the prosecutor will introduce evidence or call on witnesses through subpoenas to testify. After all evidence and testimony has been heard, the grand jurors will decide whether or not to indict the suspect. In this case, BG and Darian would testify the gun belonged to Washington, and the grand jury would choose to indict Washington for being a felon in possession of a firearm. But this is where the case gets tricky. BG's very own state lawyer, Frank DeSalvo, would be representing Kentrell Washington in his Fed case. According to Washington, BG's lawyer promised he'd receive 1 to 2 years at most in prison. He'd plead guilty, then withdraw his guilty plea after learning he was actually facing 6.5 to 8 years.
See, now here's something of interest. See, when he was gonna take those charges for them, he thought he was gonna get 2 years because he had the same lawyer as BG. So you thinking, you know, okay, you telling me I'm gonna get 2, but then you find out you gonna do 6 to 8. Now you're like, nah, I ain't guilty. That ain't my gun. Y'all gotta prove that's my gun. But when they're trying to go forward with the trial, they gotta do the indictment. So if you have somebody come in there and say, okay, yeah, that's his gun, now you get to move forward with the trial. So this is where they're trying to say what would be considered snitching is coming in at. These are some tough rules.
Firing his lawyer, Washington would point out how his lawyer was also BG's, and 4 months after Washington was arrested, BG would be arrested in another case where BG tried to pay someone to take the fall.
So he got another case right after he got out of this case. So now if he would have got the other case while he got this case, and this man don't want to take the shit no more, boy, you in a whole bunch of shit because you just did 14 for that case, that new case that you just caught.
It would seem Washington was finessed, promised by BG's lawyer he'd receive minimal time, and he was willing to take the rap for the gun. It would also seem Washington, BG, and Blunt all planned on Washington being the fall guy. If we pay attention, when the officer recovered the gun, Washington immediately said the gun and weed were his while at the scene. Washington would be taken to the police station where he spoke with an ATF agent, saying his girlfriend brought the gun from Houston. BG and Blunt weren't with him when he spoke with the ATF, but BG and Blunt would repeat exactly what he said to the grand jury. With Washington realizing he was played and is facing more time than promised, he'd attempt to get new lawyers and claim the gun couldn't have been his because the barrel was showing under the front seat, meaning it must have been placed there by the driver, who was BG.
So, once again, is he snitching on BG or is BG snitching on him or what? Shit.
But because BG and Blunt already testified against Washington, Washington found himself in a hole he couldn't dig himself out of. Now this case is crazy because it's two examples, right?
Now, I'm going to stop that right there. You know, salute the 1090 Jake, man. If you ain't subbed up, man, you can catch the best news in these hip-hop streets, you know, from 1090 Jake. They give him a lot of flack, but I rock with 1090 Jake. So that's where the whole snitching thing comes from. Now I know y'all want to know what's going on with this Bootsy thing. Well, Bootsy decided to put his 2 cents in it, and I'm gonna go ahead and play his part real quick, his part in this situation real quick, because it's kind of funny. Once again, you got Wack threatening to, you know what I'm saying, to pull up on a nigga and do this and do that. But, you know, Bootsy is one of the main supporters of BG, especially when he got home. He, you know, claimed BG put him on or whatever. So this is what Bootsy put on, I think this was Twitter or something like that. This nigga 3 Finger Wack. And we spoke about it earlier. He pretty much was trying to, you know, do the same shit Tasha K did or whatever. You know, try to say the man wanted 3 fingers in his ass and all that crazy shit like that. So he just pretty much jumped out the window when it came to this situation. Some shit he ain't had nothing to do with. Just jumped out the damn window. So this is what Wack had to say in response. Which I think this shit funny as a motherfucker.
You went on Vlad. I don't give a fuck. Mad at me because I call a rat based on paperwork.
Salute the Clubhouse Unlocked, man. Y'all make sure y'all sub at the Clubhouse Unlocked. Here, let me put this together real quick.
Yo, what's wrong with Bootsy? Why Bootsy mad at me? Didn't I call Gangsta a rat based on paperwork?
That's a fact, Wack.
So he mad at me because I called BG a rat because we got the paperwork?
I get it. That's crazy. This Boosie the same guy that wants to sue his brother for criminal and take him to and send his brother to jail too.
Yeah, this nigga right here. This nigga right here. Bootsy, know you too light in the ass. You on that motherfucking incident, boy. I will beat the fuck out of you, Bootsy. You know me in real life. Nigga, you weigh about 117 pounds, boy. I will beat the dog shit out of you, boy. I will catch you. Remember, this is Wack you talking to. I'm everywhere y'all be. So remember them words. I don't give a fuck about a red carpet. I don't give a fuck about getting bad from an event. When I see you, nigga, don't smile. I'm telling you right now, nigga, you been warned. Dummy, you jumped out the window for a rat. I wouldn't give a fuck who that nigga is to you. You went on Vlad, did 19 interviews about the motherfucker, TerranceWilliams, about him being a rat because of the paperwork. Nigga, the paperwork say BG a rat. Not me, nigga.
Oh, shit. Now, this is going to be a big debate. Is what the man did was a rat or not?
You niggas be mad, bro, because I don't select the politic. No, I don't give a fuck who you is, bro. The paperwork come out, nigga, that's what it is. Weird as a motherfucker. TerranceGangstaWilliams, he's a rat. Okay, here go the paperwork. BG, tell it on the motherfucker. Take it to stand, tell it. But what the fuck is the problem? What you mad at me for? You mad at BG? Niggas is mad at the nigga that exposed it, but not mad at the nigga that did it. This shit is crazy.
Hey, I gotta agree with him. They mad at the niggas for talking about it, for the niggas that exposed it.
I'm telling you right now, nigga, you got my number, Boosie. I don't give a fuck about no nigga music. When I see you, I'ma beat your ass. Straight up, nigga, be ready. I hope BG, the rat man, was worth it. When I see you, we crashing, nigga. That's a fact. Whatever with you is what it is. Let me catch your ass. You better watch them bookings, nigga. I will book your ass somewhere, boy, and violate you, nigga. These little niggas be talking. This little nigga, I swear, he 118 pounds, bro. Niggas like this, I just slap the out of niggas like this, bro. Real. No, niggas is mad. Wack100 called BG a rat. Nigga, the paperwork say he a rat.
Come on, man.
What the fuck is the problem?
Come on now,
How you
dog.
mad at me? Is you mad at the nigga that ratted? These niggas is wild, boy.
Priorities off.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Wild as fuck.
He ain't mad at the paperwork. He mad at the fact that you said something about the paperwork. This guy's fucking crazy.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I guess paperwork don't mean shit nowadays, then, right?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
It's like, what's the
Come
issue?
on, man.
Niggas just spoke on exactly what's written down. So, it is what it is, man. But here goes this one. This didn't happen in Key Bank.
So yeah, that's how it going down as far as with old Bootsy, man. He jumped in some shit he ain't had nothing to do with. And now you know, Wack making another promise, you know, to jump on Bootsy. Hey man, this clubhouse shit be getting a little messy, man. That shit be funny as a motherfucker, man. It's like, man, you know, everybody have a problem with minding their business, and then these selective politics. Hey, from the sideline, everything funny as a motherfucker. From the sideline, Wack a bad motherfucker, man. Yeah, Wack a bad motherfucker, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit be funny as fuck. I stay the fuck out that nigga way, though. That nigga there, boy. That nigga be trying to ruin niggas' careers and shit. So, okay, let's continue on, man. With so we done heard all the rumors, and you know what I'm saying, this and that. So, finally, BG did respond today. But before we get to BG's response, you know, the blogs went crazy. Everybody saying 1090 Jake said, you know, you hear Wack saying that he a rat, you know, straight up and down. 1090 Jake really didn't say he was a rat. He just put out the evidence. And you got this guy named TTE Naughty. He claimed he was locked up with BG, so he's adamant on that BG is not a rat, and he was the first one to be able to get an actual response out of BG. Now, TerranceGangstaWilliams, let's introduce him into the lineup. because you know he plays a pivotal part in this whole debacle. He managed to get the guy that accusing BG of snitching on him. He managed to get the guy on the phone. The guy's locked up. So why don't we hear his perspective of it?
This is how Kittle can help.
That'd be fair. Like I say, I ain't really saying if he did or not. I'm just saying what I thought the code was, and whether he did or not, I don't give a fuck. I'm just bringing the content.
All right.
Now what? This is TerranceGangstaWilliams channel. Y'all make sure y'all go sub up, man. Like I say, he's the brother of Baby. They exiled him out of the circle because he decided to save his own life by snitching on the dead, and that broke the code according to them. You know, he's just supposed to sit in prison for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? And while he just watch everybody ball out here. But this man decided to do what, find his way out of the prison. He's supposed to spend the rest of his life there. Now he has a YouTube channel, and he's telling his stories. He's got connections. He's a real good dude. I've watched his content. Y'all go sub up TerranceGangstaWilliams, aka Terrence Civilian Williams, aka Giggity some shit. But anyway, what he got presented right here is the paperwork, and his point is y'all call him a snitch and everything for telling on the dead and all that stuff there. But now there's selective politics when it's BG. Now I don't think he got a problem with BG, but BG had a problem with what he did. Remember that video that I showed at the very beginning of this? This is who he was talking about when he was reading that paperwork, saying, "Oh man, take your charge," and he couldn't fuck with this man no more because of the fact of what he did.
Why? What's up, boy?
He's on the phone with the dude that alleged that BG snitched on him. This is the phone call.
What's good, man? Say, bro, what you got at me, bro? Where you locked up at? They got me at TDC. When I got out the booze, I had ended up coming home, but I had caught a case, and they gave me I went on the run for like 2 years, but they finally got me, so I'm down here down.
Oh, hold on, my bad. I ain't got the screen up. I know y'all can hear it, but well, if y'all can hear that? If y'all can hear it, that's fine.
I'm in Texas now, in Glasgow. So I said, but I'll be home in like 90-some days, bro. I was down there with Tonto and all them, I was down there with all them niggas, man. So, me and Tonto was riding together. Yeah, Tonto. Bam too before he got high. Yeah, Tonto running with Baby right now. Say, bro, so hold up. So so BG really told on you, or what he did? Yeah, so he had me, some shit. Okay, when I went down to this side, happened, man. He was messing with my lady, man, with my mama. I know you heard about messing with a girl from Houston, with my mama. So he messing with her, and then we ended up.
So he's saying that BG used to date his mama. BG used to date his mama. His mama had to be in her 50s or something. So BG was out here in stolen cars with a little bit over a quarter pound of weed, just riding dirty with a 50-year-old wife. Yeah, y'all right. That nigga was on that dope. But shit, 13 years clean, he should be back. That shit crazy, boy. That boy had a crazy life.
The guy, I had my own shit going on in Houston, bro. And I ended up going to New Orleans. He messing with her and ended up coming over to my house to see what I got going on. They wanted me to come down there to New Orleans with him. I went down there to stay with him, you know what I'm saying? And his mama, all of them staying in the house together. We stayed there for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I brought some smoke down there, grinding and everything, not with him and whatever.
No, he ain't had shit going on, so we was really helping him. He was still fucked up, so we was promoting him, man. I'm talking about putting money in it.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that
And everything, our Beezy went to jail, so we ended up going to turn our Beezy in. So it helped me to be up there with him and have his back the whole time. You know what I'm saying? He had this nigga named Grunt. His Grunt nigga named Grunt was his road manager. He had him down there with him and shit, but he could figure it out. He's just a top bad nigga that would just know how to promote. He's no street nigga. You know what I'm saying? So when BG got a hold of me and seen all street nigga, that nigga locked me in. Didn't want me to go home. Shouldn't be down there. I stayed down there with him, but we on Birdman Street. Even baby, you know, he even heard about the little situation.
So he just pretty much picked him up to be the shooter, be the muscle. You know, he needed, because he had another nigga around him, but he just a promoter. And that's the hard thing about trying to be a street nigga and a rapper. You kind of got to let one or the other go.
We on Birdman Street, nigga talking shit to him, nigga. I'm running niggas down. I'm shooting the nigga down Birdman Street with a pistol behind the nigga. And
now he goddamn incriminating himself possibly in another damn crime. This nigga might get out and probably goddamn, if that nigga press charges against him. But they never had caught him. Like, oh shit, nigga, you telling niggas about it, you chasing a nigga down with pistol. You might have shot at that man.
all that crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't standing up for himself or none of that, bro, when I went down there. But I'm taking up for him because I'm liking him out of shot of love. And even if he killed that, we went to how big is the leg? Key kids that pulled up at the courthouse, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I don't know this nigga from Key Kids. I'm from Houston. So this nigga ran up on BG. Hey, what's up? Who shook the shit out of BG? But I don't know none of this going on. BG ran to me. Man, come on, man. This nigga, man, he trying to get up under me, man. So, man, this nigga who trying to kidnap, but that's what BG telling him. I'm like, goddamn, what the fuck you talking to the nigga for? Then, nigga, you know, you tripping. This nigga doing all this shit. So he's like, come on, trying to rush to the car. Man, why keep kids that come out that bitch running out the courthouse, nigga, running out the courthouse. Damn, BG, nigga, bitch, you supposed to take me to the house. I said, what you mean? So I'm looking at BG like, nigga, you gonna take this nigga to the house? No, nigga, you ain't taking me to no house. BG scared to tell him, nigga, you want to take this nigga to the house. Nigga, I'm telling nigga, bitch, you gonna take my ass. No, I ain't taking you to the house, nigga. You gonna find your car and get on, nigga. He ride with me. Nigga wasn't even gonna tell a man nothing, bro. I swear to God. Man, we get in the car, we burn off, you know what I'm saying? And everything shit there, you know, that's when we introduced with old Moon and them and all them shit. We fucked around for a little while, but I ended up coming down there with, you know, had him to green. I bought like 40 of them things.
Now, y'all gotta, you know, be patient because, you know, nigga talking from the jailhouse and shit. Nigga gotta try to get everything out within, you know, quick time or whatever. So he gonna get to the point.
Green thing, man. So I was down there fucking around with that shit and whatever, man. And when I went to jail, we got pulled over like 5 of them in there and 2 shit. So when we had the laws had pulled us over. So nigga, I'm telling BG, bitch, let me get out, bitch. I'm about to run. Pull over. Oh, I'm jumping from side to side in the.
So remember they was saying that when they was getting pulled over, they can see all the movement and all that shit in the car. He's telling them right now, shit, nigga, when I was trying to get the fuck out, nigga, let me get out so I can run with my shit. Yeah, fuck that shit, nigga. As he should. Then nobody ain't got to worry about claiming nothing, nigga, because I'm taking my shit with me. Let me the fuck out of this bitch.
The back of the truck, the loud surrounding me, nigga. We on the freeway. This nigga stopped at the freeway. I'm telling him to get to the apartment. Let me out this hole. Because I'm from Houston. I'm going to run, bro. You know, that's my thing. I'm already rolling down there in Houston. So I'm thinking them hoes probably on me too. So I get down to the apartment around, man. Get to the middle of the freeway. This nigga stopped in the middle of the fucking freeway, bro. So I'm talking about let them on. So I'm still trying to get up out there, bitch. So they come see me, trying to get out and get out on me. You know, come straight to the back, man, in the back seat. That was me. Blow down on me, round. They get out on me, okay. We get out the car, nigga, they grab me, put me in handcuffs, or whatever. They go straight to find the guns in the truck. Find the gun, find the weed, or whatever in the truck. I ain't saying shit. Man, BG over there down there crying, like, man, why y'all doing this shit to me? Woo.
Damn.
Oh, hell no.
say the man was crying, bro. God damn, my nigga. Y'all done said the man was fruity. Now the man is snitch. Now the man was crying. Wow.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So they end up putting him in handcuffs. I was trying to hear that shit. Put him over there with me. Put him in the car with me. I say, BG, look, bitch. I say, bitch, don't worry about the shit. He all stressed out, crying, all that shit. So I'm like, look, bitch, I'm finna take this case, bitch, because I just came home from doing TDT for aggravated robbery around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, I'm not tripping. I'm like, look, bitch, you know, so I ain't never had this much. When I came home, I had hit me a little move and shit and got a little bread. So, you know, I'm 25 years old, my nigga. So I ain't never had to do much shit in my life. So I really was kind of proud of myself. Like, I done made, you know, fucking with this nigga. I got a little shit going on. So, man,
Every time that man cheats, I charge him money. Should I?
And come home to this bitch too and be able to fuck with the niggas who want some real shit, who are banking on some real shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Say, look, bitch, I'm finna take this case. Oh, y'all know you ain't no finna tell. It's all I ask you to do is look out for my T-lady and make sure you got me and make sure I just keep all the shit I got, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got chains and everything, jewelry and everything. I'm leaving that nigga around. I'm like, man, just keep all this shit. My mama on the phone too. That who we used to mess with. Bro, you know what I'm saying? We be calling this shit and everybody around. You know what I'm saying? Checking, but that nigga, they ain't trying to check in the night. So anyway, but the nigga ended up I tell you, I go to case. I mean, I take the case. I'm like, man, I'm gonna take the charge. So he's like, man, I say, bitch, you better hold me down, ho. So he say, man, I swear to God, bro, I got you, man. I got you, man. I say, bitch, don't lie to me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I got you, man, I got you. So we go.
Hey, now 1, 2, I got him on video. It's to the streets. Y'all know what time it is.
So he
Joyce
pretty
paid
much
to lay
telling,
Brown
hey,
super
you know,
chatted
hey,
$2.
he was
Hi
doing
chat.
all that, trying
Him
to
giving
goddamn
$5
be
holiday
down and
special
shit.
hand
I got
jobs.
you, man. I got you. All right. If you got me, you got me.
I ain't even know there was that much shit in the truck, my nigga. I swear to God. So when I seen all
Well, now he's saying he didn't know all that shit was in there. But yeah, they did say 3 guns and they did say some weed. But he still agreed to take the charge.
that shit in the truck, I'm like, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? The law was like, man, yo, you sure you want to take all this shit? Man, I looked at this nigga, man, I say, bitch, you better have it. You know, I talked to him, my friend, hold my head down. Bitch, you better, man. He's like, man, I got you. Man, I say, all that shit, my bad, man. You know what I'm saying? They let them niggas go out the jail hard. The feds came in that bitch. My nigga grabbed me and took me to another room. The feds grabbed me, not took me to another room. So I'm like, man, you gotta, you sure you want to take this? You know this ain't yours. I'm like, man, that shit mine. That's when the NIA ended up going. So, yeah, when I go down now, and go down there with they taking to tangible hope to the feds. And I went over in the feds. Yeah, all the niggas in the jail, they tell me, like, man, you can fight that. It's not one on you. You know what I'm saying? You can fight it. So now that BG no gone and released this shit, I'm like, well, it's cool. So I'm fighting them. The feds, you know what I'm saying? I got the other school nigga to write the jurors and shit for me, like, hey, man, y'all can't do this, take care of this, man, woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? He ain't with the gun and none of that shit. He said he had no knowledge. The lawyer lying on him. He was the only way I could got back in if I said the ineffective counsel. So I put in everything that the lawyer was lying on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga lying saying that what I said it was mine. I ain't say it was saying say shit. So they brought the shit back in dropping my case with my guilty plea, throwing my guilty plea out and bringing me back to court. But once they brought me back to court, then court to try to get some evidence on me, and they couldn't. So they had to go get PG and that nigga Put that was driving the truck to tell that they heard me tell the police that it was mine, and they know that the gun was mine and the shit was mine. Now they got them niggas to come testify. So the whole time, I don't even know these niggas that came and testified on me, bro. So I'm calling, I got Frank the shot, bro. I call this nigga telling me that, man, don't go to trial, man. I'm like, why don't go to trial? You know what I'm saying? He told my man, because they gonna testify against you, you go to trial. I'm like, man, they didn't already came to court and signed the swear, had to take the stand and sign a statement. You know what I'm saying? If they gonna come with you, go to trial, because now they gotta put my guilty plea back and got them thinking I'm gonna go to trial. They finna do on some land. We need BG and the nigga to witness it to tell. So they came and they called him before I went back to court. They had we got both of them. They got the nigga from Houston and threw him from Houston, bro. They punished nigga from Houston, made him stay downtown in New Orleans.
So that's part one of the guy, you know what I'm saying, that's locked up telling his side or whatever. Now, there's also a part two, and he's gonna ask him a simple question: do you feel like BG ratted on you? And then we're gonna let him answer that.
Joyce Pay to Lay Brown super chatted $2. He is trying to stop my hustle.
But we're gonna at least hear what he had to say.
Spectrum Business is made to work just like a...
Hold on, gotta go through this.
Hey, what's down, man? What's good, man?
Say, bro,
what you got at me, bro?
where you locked up at?
They got me at TDC.
Oh, my bad. That's part one again.
Boy, this thing heated up. Want to hear? So I
like that, understand the fact, man, that, you know, first of all, he didn't say nothing. He said they keep feeding him the corner, you know, more and more. But like, why you know what I'm saying? Why you ain't responding to this shit when these people telling me this lawyer that you gave me, telling me that you gonna tell on me, man? If I go to trial, your lawyer you gave.
So what he's saying is the lawyer that BG gave him, they the ones telling him, man, shit, them niggas already done got there testified. You go to trial, boy, you fuck. You go to trial, you fuck.
Hey, me telling me don't go to trial because you gonna come to court on me. Like, and I called you and tell you about the shit. I called you and tell you about it. You tell me, man, that nigga lying. That nigga trying to give me the it is. My mama tell me that she go to court. You go to court with her. She go to court with you, and they didn't let her in the courtroom. Now here it is. I'm getting the paper saying that you gonna testify and say that I'm going to court. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to court, man. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with you. You I've been trying to call you and talk to you for the longest to see what's up with this whole situation, man. I'm calling your mama. Everybody trying to reach out, man. Tell this man to call me, man. Man, I ain't got that get it. You know what I'm saying? Man, I left you with all my shit. When I left, man, I left you with all my shit. Why is you not getting at me, man?
All right, listen.
Why you not getting at me about?
Hey, bro, I got another question because they got a rumor out that he got you a lawyer and he bonded you out of jail.
Man, that nigga ain't do shit, man. We got him a lawyer. That man ain't paid for no lawyer. I couldn't even bond that. I had a record, man. I'm in the feds, man. When you got a record, man, ain't that you bond.
So we had it wrong. We thinking that he got that man a lawyer. Shit, they got that nigga a lawyer. Cause remember BG dating his mama. And I think his mama got the bag. He saying he had some motion going on in Houston. And, you know, he convinced him to come out here to New Orleans with him.
Out of no motherfucking jail, man. And people don't let you bond out when you got a record. So I couldn't bond out. And he ain't had no money to help me. I paid my own lawyer, man. I left him shit when I was down there. I left him shit, man. He owed me for shit that I left down there and they ain't give me the money for that shit. And I feel like that's probably another reason he probably be abandoned nigga. Because I feel like he probably feel like he getting away with the little smoke I had, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the fuck his reason was. What reason was he just, just fell off, bro. There was so much shit that happened, bro. Like, I don't know what's on. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was on, bro. I don't know what was on his mind and what type of nigga he thought I was, but he should have known better, man. But I was a stand-up nigga, man, for all the shit that I was doing, man. I'm down there riding for you, man. Man, I ain't need no fame from nobody, man. I got my own shit, man. You know?
So this is a man that's living in regret for what he done did, you know what I'm saying, as far as this stand-up nigga shit. You know what I mean? He feeling betrayed and all that stuff like that when you get in front of a nigga. I mean, but it's all good when you out there on the streets with it. I don't really know what he really tripping about because, I mean, you did 6 to 8. It ain't like you doing a life bid or something like that. You was expecting it to do 2. You end up doing 6. I mean, it was 3 guns in there. One of them bitches was yours. You were just claiming to saying that you was the real nigga and all that. I mean, you got to take your little lump. Now, no doubt he might be a straight up killer, might be a real nigga, whatever. But I'm just saying, it's a whole bunch of messy work right here.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't my own shit. Me and my teammates was looking out for that nigga. My man that nigga wasn't giving us shit. We was giving him. We was looking out for him. And all that, nobody looked out for him. I went to jail, man. I ain't here from him no more, man. Went to jail, I ain't here from that man no more, man. Came home trying to hear from this man. I ain't hear from this man not no time, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
We just heard from him.
Nah, I just heard all that. And the man ain't never, you ain't never heard this before. This man decided that he wasn't gonna, rock out with, before this man said that he was gonna stay independent. Never heard this before. That's the part that's suspect to me. Till this man said that he gonna be independent. And I think I missed the part where he actually asked him, did he feel like he snitched on him? I don't know. I thought I heard that part.
There are a lot of questions, a lot of rumors, stories being mixed up and all that. There was a question that a person said that they want to hear. They want to hear out of Kentrell. Do he feel BG ratted on him? Also, one guy that have a podcast or YouTube channel, he said that BG paid for the guy attorney and bond him out of jail. So I asked him, and this is what he had to say. Check it out. BG ratted on you.
I feel like what?
I said the question is, everybody want to know, do you feel like BG ratted on you?
Yeah, I feel like that, man. I feel like that on the strength of the fact, man, that, first of all, he went to court, you know what I'm saying? When he went to court, when he did what he did, man, we my people, man. And then he just fell off the face of the earth. I ain't hear from him with nothing. I ain't hear from dude, man.
Now, I don't know if he more mad about this nigga went to court or he just ain't hear from him no more. Cause it sound like he more upset that he ain't hear from him no more or some shit like that. Or he feeling like when he get out, he wanna, wanna make sure he's straight. Sound like this is what it's going at. But I think that this wouldn't have got out if BG would have just, hey, I'm cash money on, go ahead and put the chain on, go from there. So that's all we gonna hear of that. But he flat out said it. Hey, that's how he feel. That's how he feel. So let's fast forward. Let's get BG to defend himself. But at the same time, we got 1090 Jake to defend, what was put out there, as far as on his name.
Watch
because
sports with
everybody
live
act
TV.
like he put it out there that he actually said that BG was a snitch. So he actually got up with BG homeboy, who also is gonna have BG pull up and say what he
Take on the
got
phone,
say.
y'all.
So we're gonna listen to a little bit of this conversation, and then we're gonna listen to BG response to all this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you been waiting for, ain't it?
Now this is 1090 Jake that he got on the phone.
You gotta come.
Now remind you, this nigga been talking crazy shit about 1090 Jake. Ah, man, he a bitch ass nigga.
Don't do that, Jake. Let's get some.
Hey.
Let's go.
Hey, guess who I just got off the phone with?
Who you did?
Kentrell Washington.
So did he snitch?
So he's saying he just got off the phone with the dude that we were just hearing on the phone talking to TerranceGangstaWilliams or Terrence Civilian Williams. Salute, Helima. So 1090 Jake is the one that we watched the video on, the white boy. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, broke down what's really been going on.
Before we even get to that, these are the questions that I asked him, right? He said he'll take 3 questions, because he wanted to pay to talk to me. He wanted me to pay. I'm not paying nothing.
Fuck no.
I don't do that shit.
Fuck no. He ain't worth it.
I'm not paying nothing.
Oh, God.
But if you want to go back and forth with me, I'm going to ask you some questions, because we never agreed. I got DMs. See, I thought I was speaking to him. I thought he had a jack behind the wall. Come to find out, it's his people running his page, and he making jail calls. So now I know I can comfortably tell the world that me and you have been communicating. Because I wasn't finna say shit that me and him been talking. So these the questions I asked him. If you agreed to take the charge for BG, as long as he handled everything you asked him to, how did he snitch when he told the courts everything you already told the police and an ATF agent? That's the first question.
Now that's a good question. So what he's saying is he talked to the dude, the same dude that TerranceGangstaWilliams talked to the dude. And the dude said he felt like he snitched on him. Because we're trying to figure out, is this just a campaign on BG? An attack from Wack100, Birdman, for Birdman, because BG decided that he want to keep his options open. So, of course, this dude here says that he was locked up with BG. He's a big supporter of BG. Respect to him. You know, y'all can sub up to Pop Austin Media. And let me make sure I hit the like button. But he's on the phone with 1090 Jake. And when 1090 Jake dropped this video, everybody immediately got mad, even though 1090 Jake didn't actually say the man a snitch. He just presented the evidence and let you decide.
The second question I asked him, how did BG and Darian Blunt know to say the exact same things you told the ATF agent if all of you didn't already agree upon it? Because this is the thing, in the arrest report, when they was on the scene, he said the gun was his. When he went and spoke with the ATF agent inside of the police station, that's when he gave the details. Trina Jones brought it from Houston to New Orleans. This was mine. They didn't know.
Which is snitching. You ain't supposed to be talking, period. That's what the code's supposed to be. You ain't supposed to say a motherfucking thing. Let's just all get in here and wait for our motherfucking lawyers. And we'll talk to them and let them make up a story. That's what I thought, but shit.
So how the fuck did they know to say that? Because they wasn't in the room with you with that ATF agent.
Facts.
My next question. In your repeal transcripts, it states at one point you brought up BG's other gun case, pointing out he had a fall man. And the
which is another form of dry snitching. Now he's asking these questions to the dude that's claiming that BG snitched on him. And I kind of want to argue that this nigga was doing a lot of self-snitching and snitching. His damn self. I mean, according to the rules. I don't make the rules. I ain't in the rules. I'm just, you know, I'm a blogger. I'm just saying. I'm just an avatar with a motherfucking gingerbread sweater on.
The gun in your case couldn't have been yours because of how it was positioned under the driver's seat with the barrel facing you in the back seat, meaning it must have been the driver's who was BG. What was your intention with that statement?
Exactly. What was his intention with that statement? I would like to know.
Now he claims he didn't make that statement. I got the appeal transcripts because it also says, check the fingerprints. My fingerprints ain't on that gun. And he told me on the phone, yeah, I said that part.
So you told the man to check the fingerprints. They ain't on that gun. That gun, the butt of that gun was at the front of the seat. That ain't my gun. So is he kind of trying to dry snitch, but at the same time saying, okay, it's my gun? Well, I got the ugly sweater, man. Y'all gonna get off my sweater, man. I thought this was a nice sweater. I thought I should still be in the holiday spirit. And here y'all over here roasting my sweater. All right, I'm gonna change my sweater. Y'all done made me, y'all done made me feel bad about my sweater. Made me feel bad about my damn sweater. Yes, thank you, Helima. Yeah, please don't do that, man. We ain't using people, deceased relatives and all that shit for cash apps or super chats. I don't really want to stop my show to address that, but mods, I don't care if somebody do super chat something rude with somebody deceased parents or something up, y'all hide that shit. Please, thank you.
But I ain't say the other part. All of it is in the transcripts. I says he claims he didn't make that statement. I got the appeal statement, man. And the gun in your case couldn't have been yours because of how it was positioned under the driver's seat with the barrel facing you in the back seat, meaning it must have been the driver's who was BG. What was your intention with that statement? Now he claims he didn't make that statement. I got the appeal transcripts because it also says, check the fingerprints. My fingerprints ain't on that gun. And he told me on the phone, yeah, I said that part, but I ain't say the other part. All of it is in the transcripts. I told him, you said you reached out to BG multiple times before exposing the paperwork. Had he have gotten in contact with you, what would have been different? And my last question, if you received 1 to 2 years.
Nah. Hey, he hitting them with some solid questions.
Would you have been fine with BG and Darian testifying? See, this is the thing. The reason I jumped on this, I think it was Wack or TerranceGangstaWilliams that put out the paperwork.
Now look,
first,
look, blood. I ain't gonna lie to you. So people won't think I'm fraud. This is what I said about you. Nigga, I feel like you a hoe. I want to just be real. This is what I said. So it won't be like I'm a hoe.
I didn't know you were talking shit.
Exactly. I want to say, this is what I want to say, like, bro, I ain't got nothing a problem with you doing, but like, nigga, it's a lot of white boys that's told though, fam.
You know what's crazy too?
What? Like, talk to me.
I
can give you a few.
And see, everybody come with that because they feel if you don't watch his work, everybody think that this man is just only getting in black folks' business and talking about, you know, niggas' cases and all that. But I've watched 10 Night of Jake for a long time, and he damn sure done exposed a lot of white boys. You know what I'm saying? The same type shit. And talked about white people cases too. So.
This what I'm saying. Hold on. Look. I just want to say that, like, hold on. So if blood righteous. Hold on, gonna look at this shit. Oh, so I'm taking this shit like it's a whole lot of rats all these years.
Everybody was testifying, but now everybody is talking about, oh, it was a fall man. It was a fall man. Somebody was finna take the fall. That dude, Kentrell Washington was finna take the fall. You know who put that out there? Me. I said that. I said this dude was a fall man. That's what I told.
He definitely did say that. I mean, because we just listened to him say it.
Told everybody. I'm the one that fucking said that. So if I'm trying to make BG look a type of fucking way, I'm not finna say he had a fall man. I'm gonna say, look at what the fucking paper says with no other explanation. And that's what everybody else tried to do. Yeah. See, this is the thing with YouTube, right? If you look at a Greek statue, one of them sculptures, right?
That shit was originally a rock, and the motherfucker carved it into what he wanted it to be. It's the same shit when you cover a criminal case. You can either be biased or unbiased. I can scope this bitch into whatever I want to fucking scope it into, and that's what a lot of people have been doing with BG's case. People are trying to make it look one way, or people are trying to make it look another. A lot of people are saying, I've seen his paperwork. He ain't have no 5K1. He ain't have no downward departure. He ain't have no lesser points for no cooperation. I said that in my video.
Facts.
But at the same time, none of this was in that case. He caught a different case 4 months later. This paperwork is inside of Kentrell's case. And what?
Now, this is, these are the facts. You got to respect it. And I mean, this is where it goes with our favorite rappers and all that, and the selective politics. This is why you should just exit the selective politics.
What I got mad about, and I said it on my Instagram, I'm mad I even found this. When I talked to Kentrell, dude told me, I got something I haven't even dropped yet. I'm waiting on the right moment. When he told me that, I said, all right, I'm going on Pacer. I'm buying every fucking document on here, and I'm going to find whatever the fuck he talking about. Because whoever going to break the news is who going to be able to sway a crowd in this way, that way, whatever the fuck they going to try to do with it. So if he breaks it, he going to break it how he want to break it. Or if he send it to TerranceGangstaWilliams, or if he sends it to fucking Wack100, however it plays out. So behind the scenes, I try to get in contact with BG. I try to get in contact with the female that be promoting BG, the manager. I try to get in contact with Boosie. I hit up Vlad and asked me if he could get me on the line with Boosie, because Boosie got a new IG, so I couldn't even DM him. Nobody hit back. What I did when I found all that Pacer shit,
I'm gonna send you the number. If you want, I'm gonna send you the number on my mama.
Now, see what they doing right now. He's trying to, pretty much just let them know, like, I don't. Y'all get too invested on who break the news instead of the actual news. There, he felt like 1090 Jake was giving BG a bad name or whatever, and he just breaking it down like, I just reported what I seen, and even he kind of letting them know, like, bruh, it depends on what you gonna. You see the selective politics though, one way or another.
Listen,
I'm gonna send you the front line. I'm gonna send you the front line number. Like, I'm gonna send you the front line number on my granny.
if he check his DM, he can see I hit him up.
But I'm
up that BG was subpoenaed twice. Bought all of his shit. His lawyer brought him through Kentrell's Pacer and bought all of his shit. His lawyer brought up that BG was subpoenaed twice. The prosecutor then said, the two other people in the car, which obviously ain't Kentrell, because Kentrell's a defendant, so they're talking about BG and Darian, went in front of a grand jury. BG was subpoenaed along with Darian.
So how can you go in front of grand jury? But how can you go in front of grand jury if you
See, right now he's in a little denial. Because, you asking how can you go in front of the grand jury? What you trying to say, these folks lying right here on the damn paperwork? The man got subpoenaed twice. You just interrupting the actual facts. That's what I call this.
Subpoena twice.
You can get subpoenaed as many times as they want to.
I understand.
You.
Yeah,
I would find you and drag you to court. But this is the thing, right? Kentrell wasn't even indicted until after that grand jury. The grand jury, 16 to 23 people. The prosecutor's going to bring up whatever evidence they got. Hey, he admitted that it was his. But not only that, we got the two other people in the car, and they're going to say that he admitted it was his too. So BG and the other dude went in there and repeated exactly what Kentrell said. That's why I said, yeah, even if he did testify that shit in front of a grand jury, this must have been what y'all fucking agreed upon, because he said some shit that you said, and y'all weren't even in the same room when you said it. So how the fuck would he know to repeat it?
Thank you. That's what I just said.
But this is where the internet comes into play.
You right.
The internet don't give a fuck.
And I'm not.
The internet is undefeated. All they're gonna hear is the word testify.
And I'm not. And this is what it is tonight, Jay. I'm not. How you can say it? I'm not
Disgruntled?
No, I'm not known to this shit. This shit new to me. You feel me? Like, I
So it just seems to be, you know, kind of a go along to get along, because 1090J just wasn't shit not too long ago. And now, you know, he just ain't understand. So, you know, you never know what to expect out of these bloggers or whatever like that. But now let's go into BG. BG called in on this same podcast, and we're going to hear what BG had to say about all this.
What that nigga is to New Orleans, fam, that's what we is to Austin.
Man.
I hope it's Jizzle, goddammit. Let's see. Hello?
I'm the biggest, nigga. I'm the biggest. There you go.
Bitch, I love you, bitch.
Now, this kind of behavior is kind of abnormal to me. I mean, it's a little weird to me. It's gonna be a little weird to everybody, but apparently to these dudes, you know, this is how they show they love and all that to their homeboys or whatever from where they from, you know. So y'all don't be weirded out. That's just what they got going on. Yeah, they talk to each other real weird, boy. I'm just gonna warn y'all right now.
Bitch, I love you, bitch. What's up, ho?
What's up, bitch? What's happening, man? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Bitch, what's up, bitch? I love you, bitch.
Appreciate that street discipline.
I swear to God, I do.
What's up, man?
Hey, Jizzle, but you know you. Hey, listen. I want to tell you this. Like, I remember you told me we was at
Streets
Beaumont
Disciple
Rec
super
Yard.
chatted $1.99. These guys sound goody talking on another man. Sad.
Or go to jail behind your name, and I was like that on the yard. You hear me? Like I'm gonna go to war behind Jesus behind your name, cause I know you ain't. I know you.
But this boy say he'll go to war behind Jesus behind this nigga. Wow.
Oh, hell no. Boy, if you don't get your chicken eating water.
I said, hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh, my God, bro.
Something ain't right. Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your...
Ali, I know you is, and I love you, nigga.
Hey, nah, come on, that's a boomerang. You heard me? That's a boomerang, man. It's you know what it is, man. You heard me?
Oh God.
Soon as I get a chance to really get to moving around how I want to move around, you know I'm gonna pull up on you, man. You heard me?
Yeah, I love you, bro. I just want to tell you head on, I love you, nigga. I swear to God.
Man, that's a fact. I see, just know. Bitch, I be seeing you, you heard me? I be seeing you, I be listening, you heard me?
And y'all gonna notice, man, he gonna tell this man he love him a million times. This man ain't never gonna tell him he love him back, man. This be this, I mean, I ain't saying he goddamn, you know, nothing like that. I'm just saying, bro, y'all gotta sometimes, you know, come on, bro. Come on, bro. But goddamn, bro.
I'm just in the cut right now. They got a muzzle on me. You know what I'm saying? They still got me on a leash a little bit. You heard me? But yeah, I'm be stepping out real shortly. You heard me?
What do you feel about the rumors, though?
Hey, Jizzle, listen. I ain't gotta ask you what you feeling about the room. Let me tell you something. I know it hurt.
Man, listen,
now let me tell you this, Jizzle. Look, Jizzle. I know. Listen, nigga. I know you. I know Christopher, nigga. I know you, nigga. So when you bleed this shit, when you live this shit, when you sleep this shit, and to see that you got real jets, real fans that will flip over just the imp of some clout. Like when you got niggas.
Yeah, I know, man. And you know, but sometimes if you got this much love and you can't, you know what I'm saying, it hurt. You can tell it hurt this man to his heart, bro. But depending on what you call, you know what I'm saying, cooperating, brother, man, cooperated, bro. I know that shit hurt. But shit, you can't see past that. You can't see past the truth. Can't see past the truth, bro.
That know what the business is, that'll sit, it'll cost a little hurt, nigga. It'll cost a little hurt, nigga. But we understand and we bump our head. Go ahead.
At first, I was feeling some type of way, but you know, the niggas who opinion matter reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I've been paying attention to this internet, right? And this internet a fool. You heard me? Like, this shit a beast. You heard me? Like, you know, the internet undefeated, and truth don't need no co-signer. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once I talked to my real jail niggas who reached out to me and they heard about it, and then the niggas on the streets that I know standing on law and standing on business, you know, they like, man, listen, man, don't even pay that shit no mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just trying to, you know, use your light to bring them out they darkness, you know?
Now, that is a fact. That is a good quote. That is a good quote. And I mean, I'm glad the man could find somewhere safe he can go where he ain't have to feel like he's being lined up. Salute, Cool League, I appreciate that. This Garrett talking to Panda Cool.
Cool Eagle S&E TV super chatted $1.99. This is Garrick talking to Panda Raccoon.
I would have liked for him to let the man talk and tell what it is he thought, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to tell the man how he felt about it, but hey, I guess I don't know how it is to have one of those, you know what I'm saying, bonds like that with no niggas. No, you know, I ain't got no brothers like that. I got real brothers and I love them to death, but and I definitely tell them I love them. But damn. That's the kind of, I mean, all that shit, you could have did that shit when you, on a private phone call. This nigga get on the camera, all this crazy shit, man.
I'm saying, so
man, look, BG, look, I be in LA and no jump on the 7. Tell that puss ass nigga you got your little young nigga that finna be a no jumper on the 7 to 8. Nigga, Wack100 trying to take that fade. Tell his puss ass to pop out. You hear?
Oh shit.
Oh hell no! Oh my god, bro.
Did that nigga just call Wack out too? Bruh, you gonna take your ass out that motherfucking LA talking shit. And you know you gonna be by yourself, right?
Hey, bro, come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Man, you about to get your ass lined the fuck up. But hey, y'all know them niggas love the content. If you ain't, especially if you ain't heard Wack start popping on the internet. If he just started popping out the blue, then nothing might not happen. But Wack don't say nothing. Ah, shit. We'll see. Yeah, it might get a little ugly.
Hear me? Yeah, like how New Orleans say we'll bat that bitch in the mouth. Yeah, bitch, you know how we coming, man. From chow hall to chow hall, nigga. Yeah, you told me don't be in jail or be dead, bitch. I'm here.
Hey, you still retarded, bitch. I ain't lying. You still retarded, man. Nah, I'm not around no this nigga.
I love you. You always told me keep your head. you always told me I ain't gonna hold you long because I already know what's going on. Like, but bitch, I just want to tell you, like, bitch, I'm here for you. I swear to God, you ain't gotta.
Look, man, listen, man, real nigga to real nigga, man. No, man, I appreciate you, man. You heard me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's only a few real niggas out here that's left, man. So the real niggas gotta wrap their arms around each other, man, and box these busters out. Listen, it is, man.
I know what it is. Head up, chest out. You know what's up. Yeah, I love you, big bro. I love you. All right, love you, free. Hit me, free.
That's TJ the DJ.
I love you, nigga, for real.
So, that's BG. You know, he ain't really get too deep into nothing, but he kept it real cool, man. You know, and that's the best way to do. Go somewhere you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the man, when they got a hold of all that, talking about this man gonna be independent, it seemed like this unfortunate news came out. But there's always gonna be some people that's willing to look over, you know what I'm saying, that type of stuff or whatever. But his image depends on that. But I mean, hey, I don't really care. I've been seeing how watered down the game is. Man, I don't want no part of it. I'm just a content creator. And I just want to bring y'all this situation, man. This is life after Cash Money, I believe. So, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. I appreciate everybody that done pulled up. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. I'm going to wrap this thing up. A couple of videos, I guess. Shout out to all my mods.
Come in, close the door. What's good? Alright, say no more. I'm really a chef. I could cook it up right here in front of you. What you need? Let go. I'm really a chef, cook it right out of left. Run up a check till I run out of breath. Point them out, make them live with they rap. Big cap niggas ain't living like that. Do the most, get too close, you a ghost. Dope is a dope, you get more than a dose. Give all that I got till it ain't nothing left. I don't need no help, I could do it myself. I'm really a chef, cook it right out of left. Run up a check till I run out of breath. Point them out, make them live with they rap. Big cap niggas ain't living like that. Do the most, get too close, you a ghost. Dope is a dope, you get more than a dose. Give all that I got till it ain't nothing left. I don't need no help, I could do it myself.
Niggas big cat like a Mexican Fiesta. Dope on the scale, you won't get no extra this way. Make your hoe do what the money say. Tell your old man he don't want it, babe. I just bought a new stick the other day. Cook dope on the stove or microwave. Neighbors don't like the J, they keep calm and shit. I'ma keep serving the dumb and defy the ranks. Shit smell like fungus. No Q and I just the city. Keep fuck out my business, I'm just being honest. Keep dealers and killers a mummy. Wrap your ass up like a monkey. Stack that little white hood and dip on her. I feel like OJ, little homie. Told the plug the card, Malone. Send it to the Pope man. Freddie P flyer than most, higher than most. Try me, didn't I see a ghost? 93 OG, it came from West Coast. Tie out to your hoe, I just came from a throat. MOBB OG gang, oh let's go.
Yeah, go take a seat, get out the kitchen, I'm cooking. Keep whipping it, long as promoters keep booking. I'm running it, you get it all till I'm done with it. Give me that repo, your block, you can get it. I know what I'm doing. Don't need no features, court dates and funerals, commas and numerals. Really a chef, cook it up right or left. Working my move, I need more than enough. These niggas bluff, they really not tough. Head first, running up a check till my heart start 3-point. Working on my shot, trying to get hot. Swear to God, promise not to fold, never flip flop. Good smoke, good dope, busting out the zip lock. Don't think about it, you try, you might die. These niggas capping, they living a lie.